Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely fabulous, as always, to welcome you here to Manor Park Classics, our own bespoke facility here in Cheshire. I can see many of you are frantically viewing. We do kick off the sale at 1 o'clock prompt. So if I could just remind you, if you haven't registered to bid already, please attempt to do so. There's always a big queue at bidders registration just before 1 o'clock. So if you're bidding on the first few cars in particular, please make sure you've already registered to bid and received a paddle number to execute your bids in today's sale. Don't forget as well, we've got all the document files for all the vehicles in today's sale in the documents office as well. That's through the main doors there on my left. And the toilet facilities as well are right the way through the documents office to the end of that corridor. Well, you're in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen. Up to the top of the hour when we do kick off the sale, I'm going to hand over to our very own Paul Cowland and Fuzz Townsend. They're going to take you through the automotive highlights, and there's loads of them in today's sale. We've got an absolutely cracking catalogue. They're going to give you their own personal spin on what we're offering in today's sale. Gentlemen, over to you.
Thank you very much, Jules, and welcome to our sale here on Saturday, the 22nd of October. Fuzz and I are full of the joys of classic cars today because we've just had a romantic week in Malta with our families.
We have, yeah. It was a fantastic time. But now we are surrounded by fantastic classics yet again. And these are accessible over here.
You can buy all of these cars. That's the good news. We've got no less than 12 no reserve lots in today's sale. So if you're fancying a bargain, I love the reserve because you set the price. You tell us what you think it's worth, and the biggest bidder wins.
Yeah, stuff of dreams, actually, that sort of thing. Yeah, I do like a no reserve car. But other than the no reserve cars, there are some fantastic machines out here. This this XK120 drop head coupe, the Aston Martin over there, with just tons and tons of brilliant engineering available on sale here, from the humblest of cars right up to the very special hand-built cars that you can see around us.
And we've got all of our friends here. We've got the wonderful people at Haggerty. So if you've bought a lot today and you want to insure it, go and see the Haggerty guys. They'll give you a quote. If you want a quote before you bid to buy, they can do that too. Trev from Castrol, he's here. He can tell you what oil you need to do for your first service. And then we've got Linda and Kurt here from Fast and Funded. So if you're thinking, I would like to buy that Phantom, I haven't quite got the 75 grand. They'll rustle it up for you. In the work of a moment, they can give you the credit line and get you ready to bid. So if there's a car that you fancy but you can't quite reach to, that's the solution.
Yeah, don't rule it out. So what do you reckon? What do you fancy?
Oh, we haven't got that long. We've only got half an hour. Let me just talk you through some highlights. This is very exciting. This is a sneak preview for all you lovely people watching live. This is in the next sale, this utterly gorgeous Ferrari via our friends at Haggerty, which has been searched through the Ferrari Classica program. So that's a grade 1 car. If you're a serious collector, make sure you've registered to bid for the next sale because that's coming up. It's going to be house money, a small house, but if you want the very best, there it is. But let's talk about today's. Obviously, the Jensen Interceptor, very close to your heart, the Jensen. Because
are you going to start making some sort of West Midlands comments now?
The am brilliant.
Yeah, right. Okay, I thought you probably would. Have you got it out of you now?
No. I love the West Midlands. It's the other side of the Midlands. Obviously, I'm East Midlands, which is best. It's like gang wars, isn't it? West versus East.
Yeah, well, I live over in the East now, and I've got to say that the
You've
West...
defected.
Yeah, well, the West is fantastic. It's where all the clever stuff happens. And
it's our Detroit, isn't it? The West Midlands is our Detroit. It is where all the clever engineers are, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, look, we've got a Series 3 Interceptor here. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it. I think actually now you've got to say that these are true thoroughbred British muscle cars.
Oh yeah, and also this one I think represents a bit of a bargain. The top end of this market can be into 6 figures. We've got an estimate of this one, 25 to 30. I think for a level Jensen Interceptor, there can't be many less expensive ways, any higher value way to put yourself behind that wheel.
That's right. I think they're great cars, wonderful, and of course they're built by craftspeople in the West Midlands. That's the West Midlands.
Yeah, which is almost as good as the East Midlands. But we should talk as well about this car. This is very special. This is the Marcos prototype. So if you're into hand-built British sports cars, if you like a little bit of fiberglass and tube, this is a great collection of beautiful bits put together. Now, the guys who've driven this car say it drives incredibly well. Come and have a look at this, Elliot. Look inside.
Yeah, I mean, this is great. And the other thing about these Marcoses is the amount of wood that goes into the bodies on these, which it's kind of almost boatish.
It is.
Yeah.
But that's very pretty and very rare. There's quite a few cars in this sale. I don't think you'll find it anywhere else. There's also, I think, quite a few potential bargains, and we'll walk over to one here. If you enjoyed watching Magnum in the 1980s, and who didn't, Fuzz still fashions his tash. He always goes into the Bahamas with a picture of Tom Selleck.
Do you know, I've never ever watched Magnum.
What?
So it's any resemblance is purely coincidental.
It's not true. So this is, of course, the 308 GTS, S standing for Spider with a removable top. I think everybody orders a Ferrari in Rosso in red, which is the obvious colour.
Of course.
Very good for resale, but don't you think Ferraris look better in black?
Yeah, and everything goes with black, doesn't it? So, so even you could look good in this car.
I would. I don't quite fit in a 308.
No?
328, I just fit in, but 308, tiny bit small. If you're very, very tall, you might want to think you could probably move the seat. But this is estimated 45 to 55. My friend Darren Collins, who is a bit of a legend in the classic car world, he builds all of Ansted's cars. He reckons this is the potential bargain of the sale.
Yeah.
And he's one of the most respected people in the classic car world. He reckons that could be a very good place to put your money. The chances of that appreciating are extraordinarily high. The chances of you being respected and admired by all of your contemporaries, even higher than that.
That's great. And also you've got that great Ferrari gear change gate as well.
The H gate, you've got to see, Iconic, I think it's called, isn't it?
Well, so you call that an H gate?
Yeah.
There are 3 slots.
But it is, it's an H gate, isn't
How
it?
do you write your H's?
Well, that's like a Greek H, probably.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
I think you're trying to style this one out. Come on, let's
Come on, you choose one. You choose one. There's too many nice cars.
Okay, right. Okay, I'm gonna go with the XK120 over there. XK120.
So we've just been in Malta, haven't we? And in Malta,
Yeah.
Jaguars are hugely popular. A lot of people collect Jaguars because of the old British colonial interest over there. A lot of people have a love for the British heritage and the British way of life. So for that reason, there's a huge amount of Jaguar collections. We're with our friend Chris. He's got one of the nicest collections.
Yeah, he has.
And what's interesting is...
Hold on. Let's just have a look. Look at that. That is just oozing style.
Oof.
Absolutely oozing style. They're fantastic. The only one thing
We don't fit in.
No, that's right. We need an extra knee in our legs somewhere. Can't quite work out where, but to get into those comfortably. But they are utterly gorgeous cars. I'd love one just in the garage, just to look at. Yeah.
And unfortunately, we would have to just look. What's interesting about that car as well is one of the biggest names in Jaguar restoration and running up to competition level is Guy Broad. Guy Broad has done a lot of work on that car. So if you are thinking of an XK and you are maybe under 6'4",
yeah,
because that would be my caveat. Don't bid if you're out height because you're not going to fit in, unless you want it as a work of art in your collection.
That's right, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Now, talking of beautiful British cars, we should wander over to this corner where we have a Phantom, 2007 Phantom, which I think is one of the most opulent and beautiful cars. These were genuine house money when new. You could maybe buy this for the price of a well-spec'd Audi today. This could be around about 75 grand at the top end.
Okay, so this estimate is 65 to 75,000 pounds. So actually, that is a lot of car. And we were talking about this earlier, but you've got the early 2000s styling, but also a nod back to the 50s, really.
Yeah.
It's just the proportions are great. And actually, I'm going to just sit in here.
Swap sides.
I'm going to
Come have a look at Fuzz. Look how good he looks in this car.
Look at this.
Also, the heft of that door.
That's right. There is. Definitely, heft is the word. Now,
if you've ever shut a door on your leg as you get into a car, if you do it in a Rolls-Royce Phantom, you will lose your leg.
That's right. But what a great place to be. This is a fabulous machine. And I think it will stand the test of time, really, as far as car styling is concerned. It's great. It's like a hotel in here, isn't it?
It is.
It is.
But have a think about that, because that could be, middle to top range new Audi, or you can roll around in a Phantom. They're not that hideous to look after. You find a good Rolls-Royce specialist. You can service these for a few thousand a year. Very nice motor car. Lovely way to travel, and your friends will think you've won the lottery.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I felt like it just sitting in there.
You have won the lottery, mate. The lottery of life. This is interesting. If you don't know what this is, we're going to talk about this more before the auction. This looks like a Volante Aston Martin V8, but converted by the talented Paul Banham. So this started life as a fixed head and is now, as you can see, a drop head. And the whole thing's been properly coach built. Now, the advantage of that is you can buy something that looks like a significant 6-figure car for 5 figures. This is probably about half of what a genuine car would be. You get all the pose and fun for half the cash.
Yeah, nobody else knows, and it doesn't really matter. And the great thing about it is that, look, it matches my jacket.
It's like that scene in Predator.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've just disappeared.
That's right, have I? Can you see me now?
Can't see you. Who said that?
You can't?
No.
Okay.
Even his shoes match. Look at that. So that's a lovely car. Lots of great British cars. We do make beautiful cars in this country. And may I point to you, sir, the Bentley T1, because it's like a Silver Shadow, but rarer and cooler. Because it's a Bentley, So there aren't that huge differences. You get a much nicer grille, I think, on the Bentley T1 than you do on the Silver Shadow. And because it is the Bentley, not the Roller, I just think it's that little bit cooler.
That's right. Well, you can say you've got a Bentley, and that is always a very cool thing to say. But looking inside, that looks absolutely magnificent. And also, once upon a time, these cars appeared to be just huge. But now, this is a size that you can live with.
Yeah.
I think so.
And this is one of the nicest colours. I think this is called Astral Blue, this one. But the reserve, or the estimate, is 9,211. So you could take that car home today for maybe 10, 11 grand, plus your commission on top. What a way to travel. I think these are exceptionally good news. These have languished in the doldrums financially for too long.
Yeah,
People have realised what a beautiful car they are now, and they're starting to fetch really strong money.
Yeah, it presents pretty well as well, this one. So I think it's a winner. I'd like one of these.
I would like one of these. Shall we go into the other room? We've got, ladies and gents, 16 minutes just to remind you, if you are going to bid, if you're online watching this, thank you. You still have time to register to bid. If you're here in the building, you still have time to register to bid. The one thing you can't do, if you haven't registered, is bid.
Yeah, that's right.
So
exactly.
bid.
So get on there. And, you know, if you see something you like, we're wondering about,
Yeah.
hopefully we'll spot it for you.
Now,
And
we need to talk about this.
Hold on.
Go on.
Hold on. Yeah, look at this. This, for me, is the car of the day.
Come and have a look. He loves this because he's got one, and it is beautiful.
No, but it's not just because I've got one. I think that these are one of the most understated GTs of the 1950s. Of their day, these were a great car. Such brilliant styling, and made with the new Wonder material of the era.
GRP.
Yes, glass reinforced plastic, or to you and I, fiberglass. Apart from, of course, the aluminium skin doors. Now, you do have a steel frame running all the way over there and over the top, but these are great. Now, I've seen underneath this one, the chassis seems to be in really good shape, and that's the thing that you need to be right on these cars. And it comes with all its original leather, all the interior, an amount of spares. You've got that 4-litre straight six engine in there, and just, they sound brilliant. They drive beautifully. I just love them. I love them.
Yeah.
You know, this is a proper 50s GT, and at a snip of the price of something similarly styled like an Aston Martin.
Oh, yeah.
So this is estimated at £24,000 to £28,000. Do it, light recommission, you're on the road.
And also, what's nice about this is beautifully patinated, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this bodywork, you might give it a polish. I wouldn't really do an awful lot to this. It sits so well in its skin. And as first says, a little recommission, all your spares are there to do it. I reckon maybe a couple of grand tops, you'd have that back on the road. You'd be smoking that around, looking absolutely the business.
That's right. And if you like flaps, this has a flap.
Who doesn't love a flap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. So there you are. So if you need extra cooling, you can do that. If you need extra aerodynamics, you can stay smooth at the front there.
Yeah. So maybe 25 or so grand would buy you that. But what I love about this auction is there's something for everybody. And if you wander over here, let me give you a great example of a no reserve car I've had a look at. This gentleman's checking out our Escort Mexico. Of course, wants a sticker on a Mighty Mark I. The Mexico, the 95 Special Edition, is very nice. And this car, which has done 83,000 miles, is probably one of the best shells I've seen. If you look underneath at the seams of the sills, at the spare wheel, well, it's just had a new exhaust. This car is incredible in its condition. So if you want to buy a car for not a huge amount of money that you can use every day, have some fun with, like a starter classic that there aren't many of left, this is a great example. This is no reserve. This could go for, well, you tell me? You tell me what it's worth.
Yeah, absolutely anything. Now, what have we got? So 1995, you are definitely in the classic zone. I just trod on your toes there.
I'm in Slazingers.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know. You know, how could I miss them?
I know.
They're big.
They're day glow.
And yeah, they're very, very bright. But 1995 may not seem like a long time ago, but that's a 27-year-old car there.
Yeah.
That is in outstanding condition. And it's just going to get rarer and rarer.
And honestly, look at the razor. I know you're an elderly gentleman, but I reckon your knees can still take it. Look at the crispness of the sill. It's like a razor blade.
Yeah,
honestly.
it is. It is. Absolutely. No, there are no wibbly-wobbly lines there at all. And I find it very hard to say wibbly-wobbly.
Yeah.
So I've committed to it now. and I've done it.
Shall we talk about this? The 1957 Oldsmobile Super 88
sure.
Coupe. I love 50s American cars. For me, 57 is the peak year. Mid-50s are a little bit bland. Late 50s are too finned. But mid-50s, 56, 57, this is a 57, I think is the peak. If you look at the proportion of the styling, and what I love about this car, first of all, it's no reserve. We love a no reserve car. It's a little bit, there's a few holes, there's a little bit of rust, and it does need a gearbox rebuild. But it's got the 7.2 big block. It's 500 horsepower, this car.
500?
500 horsepower. It's had some work. Could explain why it needs a gearbox, maybe.
Yeah.
And if you have that gearbox rebuilt, you will have a car that will just be wonderful to cruise. You become very friendly with your local Shell station. They'll know you on first name terms. But can you think of anything that you can smoke around in that's cooler than this?
It is. Basically, you are going around in a 50s American diner and a film set. You know, this is perhaps the last American picture show and all those kinds of things. It's just about, or perhaps even Greece. Let's go a little bit. Let's go a little bit further forward. Yeah, you could be an extra. You could be an extra in Greece. I could be John Travolta. There you go.
But that's cool. Elliot, come and have a look at the dashboard. It's like a Wurlitzer on wheels, this thing. Very, very peak era of design for me. It's got Keystone wheels, which is, again, just perfect. The way this thing sits, whoever's put this thing together has nailed it, has nailed the look. I personally would leave all of this rust, all of these imperfections, get the gearbox sorted, and just win. Just win at life, cruising around. You could do proms. Everyone will want to book you for the wedding. But in between that, you'll go to every car show, and people will just go, yeah.
That's right. And, you know, it's nothing to really worry about too much because there are gearbox specialists out there who can take this on and within a week or two have the gearbox back into this car and it will be absolutely right as rain. I'm pretty positive of that.
Yeah, loads of people. I can give you names. If you need names, if you buy it, come and see me or send me a message. I will tell you where to take that gearbox to get that sorted. Loads of good people. Loving stuff like this, talking about their cost price, cost-effective cars that you can have as a starter classic, but more importantly, you can use every day. What about this lovely Volvo? This is great little Volvo 440, just cute, usable. Drive this every day, have a bit of fun. Because I've just done this. So I had a lease car. I've just swapped my lease car in because I wasn't doing the mileage anymore.
Yeah.
And I bought the Jaguar. You might have seen the Jaguar beautiful 4-litre V8 at the last auction. That's my daily. I'm going to daily that car every day now.
And that's an economical drive, isn't it?
I think it is. I get 30 to the gallon, but I'm using more fuel, but I'm not paying a lease charge anymore.
Well, there you go. So that's a win.
That
is a win, yeah.
Man maths.
There we are. You've got it in one. But yeah, so cars like this in here, they look okay, like they belong in here, so they don't stand out. But once you get them outside of here, they absolutely stand out from the crowd. So you've got a great car, again, that you can use. This is from the era of the so usable car. Yeah. And there it is. It's all there for you.
And what's lovely about classics like this, you can take this to your local garage. They can service that. It'll be costing you 150 quid for an oil service, 350 quid for a major service. It's going to cost you with our friends at Haggerty, I don't know, a couple of £100 a year to insure. What a lovely thing just to tool about and have some fun. Great little family car, fun at weekends, and you can use it every day.
That's right, and you'll be doing all those shopping errands because you'll just want to get out in it. And,
yeah, it's true.
I want to get out in it now.
You choose another car. You want to choose this one?
Here we go. Here's a car that I know somebody really, really likes.
I like this. Me and my friend Frederick like this car. So this is lovely. This is a Saab 900 convertible. It's a turbo 16 valve that somebody has put an airflow kit on. It hasn't quite got the full kit. It's been in a collection. It's sat for a long time, which means it's got a very low mileage, but it will need some recommissioning and maybe a tiny bit of paint as well. But it's all there. She's very solid. In all the places where these go, this hasn't gone. So, you know, it's a good car. I'm going to put my hand up and be honest and say I will have a little bid on this because it's very, very nice. So we won't be bidding against each other. But, you know, it's a good car. I would like to own this car, and maybe you would too.
Yeah, well, I knew that you liked it. You were all over it when I first got in here this morning. You spoke so much about it, so knowledgeably, that I just thought, yeah, that's the one he's going to be bidding on. So
yeah,
do
my
watch
poker
it.
face is rubbish.
But, you know
that.
I can always nobble him. Let me know. Let me know what you'd like me to do.
So let's talk about this car in the corner. This is lovely. We mustn't forget the XJR as well. Manual XJR. As you know, I do like an X300 or X308, as the correct 8-cylinder code is. But the X300, I think, is the last perfectly proportioned Jaguar they ever did. Because to me, this has got the same body proportions as the stuff that goes back to the 60s. And after this came the X350, which is aluminium, but a bit tubbier, a bit taller. And
Well,
this is the last proper Jag to me. And this is a
Really?
manual, supercharged.
see, that means that you've kind of cut off from all of those future classics. So I think you're wrong. I think these are great design cars, but I don't think they're the last of the great Jags. We've got all of those lovely Jags that have come since to get in there. So, but these are a fantastic smoke-about car. I do like
This
those.
has had a lot of love, this car as well. Good history on this car. Not that many manuals about. Proper rocket ship, very understated and still relatively cheap. I think you could buy that one for maybe under 10 grand today, and you'd have a bit of a weapon if you did.
Yeah, and it doesn't have a cream interior.
It doesn't.
No,
which is
a
cooler.
change for a Jag.
It's
Really,
very
isn't
true.
it?
MG Magnet, is that a bit of you fuzz that?
I do. Yeah, that's definitely very me. I do like a magnet, and this is ZA ZB with a wraparound windscreen, which rear screen, which is much better in my view, a much better design. The seats look beautiful in there. They look nicely patinated. I don't know if they've been reupholstered, but if they have, they've done them very well. And it comes from the era of when people expected you to be driving around in a sitting room. And that is a sitting room, isn't it, in there?
It's beautiful. So you've got this lovely wooden dash with the octagonal speedo detail, which I've always loved on the Magnet as well. But again, you know, pretty usable classic this. You maybe wouldn't want to run it every single day, but certainly throughout the summer months, something you could tool around in every weekend, take to a show. It will do. Dual carriageway mileage. These bowl along very happily. These are a great little car.
Well, I think they're very usable because you've got that B series engine.
Yeah.
The mechanical specification is the kind of earliest, I suppose, incarnation of what we would know under the MGB and all that kind of stuff. So actually, they are pretty usable.
Yeah.
Just make sure they're well protected and don't take them out in the salt and all that kind of thing because they deserve better than that.
Yeah, tuck her away for the winter maybe and just take her out on the nice days. I'm going to wander over to this. Actually, I don't know where to go. Let's not do the Model A because we're doing that later.
Let's not forget our friends at Vauxhall.
Oh, this is nice. Astra GTE cab in, I think, what is the best colour. There's a great roof on this as well. The Recaros are in very lovely condition. You just don't see these anymore in nice condition. They were worth absolutely nothing for a while, and because of that, they got trashed, thrashed, used and abused, and there's just none left. And the ones that are in this condition, I think, will become very collectible because of what they represented. They were the XR3i alternative.
That's right, and they are styled by Bert, our good old friend. Bert One.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a magnificent job of those.
Yeah, Bert One, a well-known designer. Good lad he was.
Yeah.
I trust you to
Gotta
go to
love a
Land Rover.
Landy.
I
do
knew
love a
you'd be
Landy.
here.
I love a Landy. I bought a Land Rover earlier this year. Otherwise, I might be bidding on this. Now, it's got later seats, I believe. Yeah, it's got Series 3 seats. But this one's an interesting one. Specified from new with no door locks.
Oh,
yeah. Should I have said that? Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Well, yeah, no, you've
but
just given away the
also
security
specified
secrets.
from the factory with only one wiper.
Yeah,
I have
it's
a
very true.
fascination for windscreen wipers. Do you know that, Paul?
well, please tell me.
I have a fascination for windscreen wipers.
Do you?
I love them, yeah. There's something about them. A single wiper, it's quirky. I like it.
Well, that's a rare. That's the Super Leggera option. So we've got 5 minutes left. Elliot's telling us. So we're going to just walk around and find a few more cars. This is taking my eye. I really like this one. Come with me. There's another lovely 900 convertible there. That's injection with buffalo leather. Very, very nice car. Super nice show with lovely paint. But look at this, ladies and gents. 944 early car with the pop-out roof, which is super cool. In guards red with leather. Imagine if that was a 911. That would be 11 billion pounds. But because it's a 944...
8 to 9,000.
8 to 9. Now, these are still, and I still don't understand this, still the underrated car. You get the sexy wings, you get the transaxle, so you get almost perfect 50-50 weight distribution. If you're being really objective, actually a 944 on track and fast road drives better than a 911. It's got much better balance.
Ooh,
And
did
these
you
are
say
fun-
that? Controversial.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, the 911 people won't like that.
Well, I am a 911 person. I've got two.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I've got two 911s, and I think that's actually point to point a better car. It's actually easier to drive quickly on the limit. Fabulous things, these. 2.5 litre engine, lovely interior. You could have an awful lot of fun with that, and you're smoking round in a Gars red Porsche. I just think that's for 9 grand.
That's right. These cars are coming into their time. I'm really very, very sure of that. Becoming desirable, and because they are the affordable Porsche.
Yeah, but for how long? That's the question. For
Yeah,
how long?
that's right. Yeah, very true.
So you got to pick one now.
Okay, let's go over to let's go over into this corner here.
Let's
Got
do
a
it.
couple of interesting cars.
We've got 3 minutes
Okay, right,
to
I'll
run
be very
around and
quick.
talk about these amazing cars.
So here we have a Ford Model A Now, these cars are very easy to live with. You've got a big 3+ litre four-cylinder engine that's really, really easy to go. They're easy to drive as well. Just simple. Now, I know that this one's left-hand drive. I can just about fit into this. I've driven these before. They're great. They will bomb along 55 miles per hour, absolutely fine, 55 to 60. So you can almost live in the slow lane on the motorway. Life in the slow lane with a Ford Model A.
And also, don't you think this era of cars is very bargainous at the moment? Because obviously it's a smaller market for them, so you get an awful lot of car for your money. A lot of fun, and again, very cool, very unusual, very rare to see this stuff at a car show, but you're not going to spend massive amounts getting yourself into it. Again, this is beautifully patinated. I wouldn't touch this. I would just service this, recommission this, get it back on the road. All of this lovely pitting, the paint imperfections, I'd leave all of that. So that's a car that doesn't need a huge amount to enjoy.
Yeah, that's true. One small thing I will point out, it does have a cracked windscreen, but it's flat glass, so it's very easy to get replaced.
Yeah.
And of course, we've got in here, fire truck.
Yeah,
fire
if a T25 is not big enough for you, we've got 30 seconds. Right, we're going to hand back to Jules now, so we're going to go back to our main rostrum.
Okay.
Jules, are you ready to rock? Ladies and gentlemen, this is your last warning to make sure you've registered to bid.
Ooh,
we're going to head back that way. Yeah, countdown. Let's walk back. Nice watch. Let's go back. Thank you very much. So let's go. So we've got the lovely E30, the 944, very nice, no reserve MG TF.
Fantastic. Humber Scepter there. That looks absolutely great with overdrive. 1600 with overdrive. Brilliant. Take a look inside.
Oh, and we're back to Jules. Jules, it's over to you to start the auction.
Thanks very much indeed. They're illuminating as ever, Paul and Fuzz. Some of their personal favourites in today's sale. But I'm sure you've all got your own personal favourite, ladies and gentlemen. So you're very welcome here today, this afternoon at Manor Park Classics, our own bespoke facility, of course, where we're not part of that travelling circus of other auction houses in temporary buildings, temporary accommodation around the United Kingdom. We're based here, fixed and permanent, here in Cheshire. You're more than welcome, of course, joining us around the globe on the World Wide Web as well. My colleague Thomas will be executing your bids through today's sale. Please look sharp with those bids at home. We say it every single time. We give you loads of opportunity to have a bid. Don't leave it to the last second. It's not an eBay sale. We're an actual proper physical auction. So if you follow what we're doing, get those bids in nice and promptly. Vehicles can be delivered, of course, and collected at the customer's convenience with us having our own 30,000 square foot premises here. That enables us to have an extended viewing period. And I know many people, I think we've had, how many, Roger? 600-700 people through the door viewing over the last few days. So we have an extended viewing period, including evenings and weekends. That allows you, ladies and gentlemen, to view the car when it's convenient for you, rather than the other way around. Our on-site facilities allow us to run and drive all the vehicles that are delivered into our care for a future auction. We can video those, and where possible, we can include photographs on our 4-post ramp, which currently has that fantastic black Ferrari consigned for our next sale. There are QR codes. This is the first time we've done this. We've got QR codes on the vehicles, on the windscreens. You can just use your smartphone, scan the QR code. That'll take you straight to those online videos to see the vehicles running and driving, and also the photographs from that 4-post inspection ramp. Fire safety, ladies and gentlemen. On a serious note, the fire alarm, if it does go off, you will need to evacuate the building immediately. The fire exits are just on my right, and also at the front of the building where you came in through the main doors. Assembly point for that, if the alarm does go off, is at the front gate where you drove in. We have accessible toilets. They're through the far side of the documents office. Just keep going through the corridor. All the accessible toilets are down at the end of that corridor if you're not too sure where they are. We do sell, of course, in today's sale under the terms and conditions that are available on printed sheets within the auction room. They're on the far back wall there. If you're not familiar with them, please make sure you are before you place your hand in the air and place a bid on anything. They're also available online during the online bidding registration process as well. There is a buyer's premium in today's sale. The motor cars attract a premium of 12.5% plus VAT, so that makes it 15% in total on top of your hammer price. There's a minimum charge as well of £150 plus VAT. We operate a provisional bid system here at Manor Park Classics. Now, I can see, looking out in the room, there's many, many familiar faces, so I apologize for having to go through this again. But if you are brand new, and I do know from the people taking bidders' registrations, there's lots of people who've never been to a sale before, an auction sale. The provisional bid system works to allow me, your auctioneer, to take your bid and submit that through to the owner for an answer, for a yes or a no, as to whether they'll actually accept that bid. So if we have a fixed reserve, the vehicle may sell provisionally, in which case the hammer won't drop, but we'll submit that provisional sale. But the information from that sale will come back to me on the rostrum. Then I'll put the hammer down at some point during the sale. But if the car's on sale, I'll let you know exactly where you are. And of course, when we do sell them, we've sold them. We don't reoffer the lot at all. Removal of vehicles, as you can see, health and safety, the dreaded health and safety, but it's really common sense, isn't it? We've got a packed sale room, all the cars are shoehorned in here, so we can't actually get any of the cars away until we've finished auctioneering. Should take us about 3 hours today. We should be wrapped up around about 4 o'clock. Then we can start to look at getting the vehicles away for you. We will be open as well tomorrow, Sunday, the 23rd of October, between 10 o'clock and 1 o'clock. You're more than welcome to take the vehicles away during those hours tomorrow. And we do have transport partners in attendance today who'll be only too happy to provide you with a quote to uplift the vehicle and transport it either to storage or to your own address. We'll try and get the results from today's auction online as soon as we possibly can. Generally speaking, that's Monday before we can actually do that. There's always a few provisional bids that we just need to run through with the vendors. So we do get them online as quickly as we possibly can. Auctions being filmed today, including inside the room. Now, that's absolutely fine. I'm supposed to be here. Thomas is supposed to be here as well. But if you've promised the wife, there's no way you're coming to Manor Park Classics to buy a Ferrari, but you've actually turned up, then we'll give you a cunning disguise. As you can see here on the stage, we have some cutouts of Paul Cowland and the lovely Fuzz Townsend. So if you want a comedy mask, have a word at the bidder's registration. We'll get you masked up so that nobody can spot you in the crowd. Our December live auction here will take place, and it will be the final auction of the year, of course, on the 3rd of December. We already have this absolutely fabulous 1969 Ferrari 365 GT. Absolutely once for nothing. What a gorgeous car. And like I said, on the four-poster ramp is the black Ferrari F430. They're both consigned along with many other vehicles for that December sale. So it'll be the last one of the year. Hope to see as many of you as we possibly can at that particular sale as well. Well, it's that time of the day, ladies and gentlemen. We're on lot one now. So look sharp if you're bidding on lot one. The 2003 MG TF for 115. Just 29,000 miles, ladies and gentlemen. Has had the head gasket and the water pipe conversion. If you know the cars, they definitely need to have those. Cam belt change as well. Just 4 former keepers, fully operational hood. Drives exceptionally well, I'm told, by all the boys here that have driven it. No reserve whatsoever here on the MG. Interest with me, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, it's the only commissions I've had. Starts you away at £500. Absolutely for nothing there at £500. Only bid at 500. Hands in the air, next bid's 800 if you like. 8 bid, thank you, sir, at £800. Like I said, no more commissions on my book at £800. And there's no reserve, remember, we're selling them away. Please look sharp, ladies and gentlemen. 1,000, thank you. 1,200 if you like. 1,200, 1,500, 1,800. No, thanks for your bids anyway. At £1,800 I have. Gentleman's bid right in the centre of the room at £1,800. No reserve at all. Shout if I'm missing you anywhere in our packed sale room, ladies and gentlemen, at £1,800. 2,000 with George on the telephone now, sir. Telephone bidder. Take 2-1 if you like. 2-1, thank you. In the room at 2,100. Still against you on the telephone, against you everywhere else. 2-2, telephone bidder. I'll stay in those £100 increments. You sure, sir? 29,000 miles. Red one as well. Thanks anyway for your bids. At 2-3 I have in the room. Sorry about that, Tom. Sorry on the telephone. Gentleman's bid at 2-3. You've spoken to the bank manager there, sir, I see. Positive decision. That's not always nice to see. 2-4. You sure? It's a nice one, this one. Thanks anyway for your bids at 2,400. It's only lot one. We've got loads more to go. £2,400 bid at 2-4. On the telephone. You're out on the internet, remember, Thomas. You're out everywhere else in the room, ladies and gentlemen. Make no mistake at all. Selling away on the red MG TF. You're finished and done. absolutely sure on the telephone. That 2.5. Please bid quickly at home at 2005. World Wide Web now, George, against you on the telephone. 2.550. I did tell you, Thomas, that would be the minimum. That's the minimum we're going to take today. 2.550. I'll be here all day. At 2,550. 2.6. Still against you on the telephone, George, at 2,600. On the World Wide Web at 2.6. Coming in again if you like, 2,650. Telephone bidder at 2,650. Just shout, ladies and gentlemen, if you change your mind, you want to come in. At £2,650 bid. Finished and done. I'm selling away. Make no mistake, 2.7. Internet bidder again at 2,700. You're out on the telephone. Thanks for your bids anyway, George. Selling away. Internet bidder this time. Against you all in the room. Finished and done. Fair warning one last time from your auctioneer at 2.7. Sold away. £2,700. 746 on the internet. Thanks very much indeed at home. Lot 2, ladies and gentlemen. Lot 2. Don't worry about those, Thomas. Lot 2. Toyota MR2 T-Bar. Here we are. One of my favorite cars here, the early T-Bar. And well, this is actually quite a late one in 1988, towards the end of the production. In the original factory specification, showing 69,000 miles there or thereabout. Japanese import, this one, ladies and gentlemen, MOT till April 23. Nice T-Bar MR2. Interest here starts you at 3.5, 4 bid. At £4,000, bid with me at 4,000. On the MR2 T-Bar, ladies and gentlemen, at just £4,000. At 4,000, 4.5. 5 bid. 5.5, I'm out. At 5,500 bid. On the telephone. At 5,500. On the MR2 T-Bar, and we are provisional. With Carlos's telephone bidder at £5,500. No messing about there, ladies and gentlemen, was there? I'll take a small bid if that'll help somebody else. I'll take 750. If there's any further interest in the room. At £5,500, provisionally selling them. Make no mistake. Telephone bidder. Against you in the room and against my commission interest at £5,500. With Carlos on the telephone then, provisionally selling at 5.5. Try for you, Carlos, at 5.5. Just need that paddle number. 2010. 2012. Thank you on the telephone. Lot 3, ladies and gentlemen. Lot 3. That one is provisional. Lot 3, ladies and gentlemen, is a 1970 Austin Mini Clubman. Very early one, this, isn't it? I think this is the first year of production, actually, 1970. I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying that. Just 2 former keepers. Factory original specification, owned by the same person twice. Dear me, somebody sold it and then regretted it so much they had to buy it back again. That shows how loved the car's been over its many, many years on the road. Totally unmodified. Interest here starts me away at just 2,000, 2.5, ladies and gentlemen, at just £2,500. Bid with me at 2.5. On my commission book on the Mini Clubman, ladies and gentlemen, at just £2,500, 2.8, got you in the room. 3,000, still with me at 3,000. You're out, I'm afraid, in the room at £3,000 I have. Thanks for your bids anyway at £3,000. Coming in anywhere else if you like on the little Mini Clubman at £3,000. You're out at the back, remember. Still on my commission book at £3,000. Against you on the telephones as well. Against you as well, Thomas, surprisingly. On the internet, I thought this was definitely an internet vehicle, this one, at £3,000 on the little Mini Clubman. 3.2, I'm out now, George, at 3,200 on the telephone with George at £3,200. Against you in the room, against my commission interest. Still against you at home, ladies and gentlemen, at 3,200 I have. Next bid's 3.4 if you want to come in and push the telephone. Or I'm submitting the bid with George. You're absolutely sure it is provisionally selling again at just £3,200 on the Mini Clubman. We'll try for you this time, George. That one is provisional at 3,200. 2006. Provisional on the telephone. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 4, 1997 Jaguar XJ Sport, 4-litre manual, no less. 4-litre manual. Showing round about 45,000 miles on the clock there. Just 3 former keepers. Original factory specification on her with the correct alloys there, I notice as well. Has had over £2,000 of recent work done on her, including a new clutch kit and a major service. 20 entries in that service book as well. New headline on her. Headliner rather on her as well. Nice Bonnie XJ Sport 4-litre. Interest here starts you at 6, bid at £6,500. Bid with me at £6,500. On the Jaguar, ladies and gentlemen, at just £6,500. It's against you all in the room. At £6,500 I have. On my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, 7,000. And I'm out now at £7,000. Bid in the room at 7. At £7,000. Nice to see you, Tommy. At £7,000, only bid at 7,000. In the room at just 7,000. Against my commission interest at £7,000. You're out on the telephones as well. Will's turning his back on me. It's like a mic drop off, Will, isn't it? At £7,000. Looks like we're out on the telephone as well. Bids in the room then, and it is provisional at just £7,000. Absolutely sure on the Jaguar. XJ Sport 4 litre. Provisionally finished and done then at 7,000. Trifoy at £7,000. That is 513. Provisional at £7,000. There you go, Thomas.
Okay, are we on? Yes, we're on.
We are on. Welcome to this next lot, lot number 5, a car very dear to my heart because I used to work for Saab all the way through the 90s, and my dad was very heavily involved in the Owners Club, which means I have a huge affinity for these old things. This is very interesting because the 900 convertible was quite a rare car. The early one didn't sell quite as well as the second one did, but very beautiful, very well-built motor cars. This is interesting because it's been in storage for 15 years, so do bear that in mind if you're bidding. It will need a full recommission. It runs, it starts, it drives, there's all the things a Saab should do, but you are going to have to spend a little bit of money getting it ready for the MOT. Paintwork is good on the body. The airflow kit, of which it has 2/3, is nearly all there. The hood is exceptionally good, and it does have the tonneau. So if you know these cars, there's a 3-piece tonneau that goes on the back, and it does have that.
Something tells me you're interested in this car.
I like this car. Like, I might stick my hand up for a cheeky bid, so if you are bidding, we're bidding together. So it's a nice car. I think it would look good in anyone's collection. It will need a little bit of love, but I do think at the end of the day, it will be so worth it if you do.
That's great. They are great cars. And, you know, after being in storage for 15 years, I mean, you came out all right after being in storage for that long. And look,
exactly that. And it's only done 53,000 miles. That's the upside of being in storage for so long. You can spend some cash to get it right. But when you do, you'll have a 53,000-mile Saab convertible with perfect leather and a tonneau cover.
Yeah, get onto the fluids, the rubber items, all of those kinds of things. You'll have a lovely convertible.
Let's bid. Let's bid together.
Thanks very much, gentlemen. Well, Paul, you might be in luck here. Get flexing that bidding arm. No reserve whatsoever on lot 5, the Saab 9000 Turbo 16-valve convertible. A lot of motor car here. No reserve whatsoever. I have got commission interest. Starts you at 900, 1,000, 1,100, 12 bid at just £1,200. Bid with me at 1,200. Selling the car, remember, right the way from the first bid at £1,200. Only bid at 1,200. Bidding, sir? Oh, sorry. You're just getting excited. 1,300. At £1,300, bid with me at 1,300. 1,400. Internet against internet. All my commissions are out. At £1,400, bid now at 1,400. Internet against internet bidding, 1,500. Still going at 1,500. What do you think, Paul? £1,500. 16 bid in the room at 1,600. Too slow on the internet. I've taken the gentleman in the room at £1,600. 1,700 internet. At £1,700, 1,800. Still too slow in the room at £1,800, 1,900. They're keen at home on this one at £1,900. Fill it up to two. You know you want it. At 2 bid in the room at 2,000. At £2,000 bid. On the 9,000, Turbo, 2.2. I'll take 2.3. That was just Thomas being unfair. 2.3. 2,300 bid at 2.3. Goddamn internet. At £2,300 bid, 2.4. 2.5, still in the room at 2,500. Shout if I'm missing you anywhere else, ladies and gentlemen. Cracking car here. 2.6, 2.7, still in. At £2,700, bid in the room. 2.8, 2.9, straight back at you at home at 2,900. Fill it up to 3 if you want it at home. Please bid sharp. Look sharp with those bids or I'm selling away in the room. No reserve whatsoever, remember. Selling then at 2.9, 3,100. I've got in the room at 3.1. You're both out at home. Make no mistake whatsoever. 3.2, 3.3. I'm trying to get the hammer down for you at 3,300. Against both of you, 3.4, 3.5. Still going at 3,500 in the room at £3,500. Bid, finish and done. Absolutely sure. 3.6, 3.7. At 3,700, bid at 3,700. Against you all at home. Fair warning from your auctioneer this time. One last time. 3.9, 4,000. Still going at £4,000. Bid in the room at 4. Coming in if you like anywhere else, ladies and gentlemen. 4-1. 50 if you like. I might shed a tear later on. 4,100. 4-2 have we got? No, at 4-1. You sure? All those nice bits on it. And all the bad bits you can take off. £4,100. Absolutely sure. You're out in the room. Thanks very much for your bids anyway. Much appreciated. Selling away on the World Wide Web then against you in the room at 4,100. Yours, Thomas, at 4,100. 2736. Maybe a mental note on the next video. Don't telegraph to everybody that you're bidding on the car. Lot 6. Oh, a couple of updates for you, ladies and gentlemen. Couple of updates for you. Lot 2, the absolutely fabulous MR2 T-Bar, sold away at £6,000. That's how the provisional bid system works. My colleagues on the telephone desk there, the provisionals desk, are in contact with the owners straight away. That one's sold at £6,000. And lot number 3, the equally lovely Mini Clubman, the early one, sold away at £3,200. So don't be afraid to put your hand in the air if there's anything you're interested in. We'll see what we can do to get that deal done for you. Lot 6 in your catalogue is the 1985 Ford Granada 2.8 Gear X. Nearly the top model. It's a carburettor one, this one. Nearly the top. Could have been an injection, but it is the Gear X. Quite late in the production there, 1985. Automatic, MOT till October next year. First owner had her for 18 years, no less. On the TRXs as well. Drives very well indeed. Interest here, as you'd expect, always popular, these grannies. Interest here at 2,000, 2,2, 2,5, 2,8. At £2,800, bid me at 2,800. On the Ford Granada, Gear X, ladies and gentlemen, at 2,800. At £2,800. Great basis for a restoration. She is MOT'd, remember, to next October. At £2,800. See her running and driving there. I think that's Jim behind the wheel there. At £2,800. That is provisional. I will submit the bid, ladies and gentlemen, on my book then at 2,800. Coming in for 3 if you like anywhere else. On the Ford Granada, Gear X, remember, at 2,800. You're all very quiet in the room. Quiet on the internet as well at £2,800. Absolutely sure, ladies and gentlemen, leaving it behind to my provisional bidder then at £2,800. You're all finished and done. You sure? That is provisional. That is 5-1, 5010. Get me teeth in. 5010. 2,800 provisional. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 7. What a cracking car this is. I've had a very, very close look at this one. Humber Scepter 1600 Mark 1. Very good friend of mine used to own one of these, and there's a very sad story, and unfortunately lost his garage space and had to give it away, I'm afraid to say, and literally virtually did give it away during the 1990s. So I've had a very close look at this one for my very good friend, Nick. Interest here starts your way on the Humber at 2,000, 2,225, at £2,500, bid with me at 2,500. On the Humber Scepter, ladies and gentlemen, at £2,500. Good example here. I've had a very good look through this one myself. At 2,500 against you all in room at just £2,500. On the Humber Scepter, Mark 1. On the Mini Lights, ladies and gentlemen. MOT exempt, many new parts, great paintwork on her at just £2,500. Commission interest with me, ladies and gentlemen, at just 2,500. Nice example here at 2,500. Very rare car in period, let alone today, at just £2,500. You sure, ladies and gentlemen, leaving it behind? Absolutely certain at just £2,500. Absolutely sure you're finished and done. It is provisional. I will submit that bid. If that's all we're going to see her on at just 2,500. That is 5092 at £2,500. Provisional. We are a way off, but I will try. You never know. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, in your catalogues is lot 8. The 1990 BMW 320 injection SE, the special equipment, automatic, MOT till next October. Original service pack and toolkit with her. Drives and presents very, very well in what I would say is I know we always say it's in the best color, but I do think black really suits these cars with the cross-spoke alloys as well. Factory original spec on her, there we are. Great history file. Start me away. Nothing on my book on this one, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not. Start me away at 4,000. On the BMW 320 injection special equipment. Start me away at £4,000. A lot of motor car there for 4,000. Not prepared to start her any lower than that. Start me away at £4,000 on the BMW. For bid on the telephone at £4,000. Bid now at 4,000. Against you all in the room. 4-2 I've got George at £4,200. 4-5 fresh bidder in the room at 4,500. 4-8 still in the room at 4,008. A little bit too slow on the telephone at 4,800. You're still out, sir. 5,000. You're now both out on the telephone at £5,000. Bid at 5,000. 5-2 back in the room at £5,200. Bid at 5-2. Against you on the telephone, George, at 5,200. Great history file here on this one at 5,200. Finished and done then, are we, at 5-2. 5-5 is that, Thomas. You're both out again at 5,500. Thanks for your bids anyway. On the World Wide Web then at £5,500 bid. I can't take 5-1, George. We're already on 5-5, but I'll take 5-6 at £5,600 bid. We only normally go in one direction, don't we, ladies and gentlemen? At £5,600. Not my favourite group, Thomas, actually, One Direction, I have to admit. At £5,600. I'm into something a little bit more hardcore than One Direction at 5,600 on the telephone. At £5,600. Against you at home. Great history file. 2 previous owners. 89,000 showing. Drives very, you can see it there going round the roundabout. At £5,600. Coming in on the telephone again if you like, George, or I'll have to provisionally submit the bid. On the internet at 5,600 is your bid, beg your pardon, £5,600. On the telephone, absolutely sure at home. It is provisional then at 5,600. We'll try for you, George, at 5-6. We're very, very close there. I'm sure that one will turn into an outright sale. Number 2,000 on the telephone. Thank you at home. Provisionally sold at £5,600. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 9. The 1992. Here we are, competitor of our previous lot, realistically, isn't it? 1992 Mercedes-Benz 190E, the 1.8 litre, comes to us from one family ownership from new, showing round about 96,000 miles. Manual gearbox on her as well. MOT till next October. With the sunroof. Another vehicle, we've got loads in the sale with very comprehensive history files. This is definitely one of them, includes the original bill of sale. Absolutely loads of previous MOTs as well. Great looking cars, these, the 190s. Interest here starts you at 1,800, £2,000 bid. At £2,000 bid with me at 2,000. On my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, at just 2,000. On the Mercedes 190E at just 2,000. 2-2. Thank you, Thomas. And I'm out, believe it or not, already at 2,200 bid on the World Wide Web. At £2,200 bid. On the Mercedes 190E at 2,200. Against you in the room. You're absolutely sure, ladies and gentlemen. 2-4, thank you. Too slow in the room. I've taken the instant again. I'm sorry about that, sir, towards the back. At 2-4, I'll take a small one from you if that'll help. At £2,400. Shaking your head. Thanks anyway. Sorry the internet beat you to that one at 2,400. Please bid quickly in the room or at home if you want to come back in. Like I said, I'll take 2-5 if that'll help anybody at all. Nice example here of the Mercedes 190E at £2,400. And that is provisional. Submitting the bid. Make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, at just 2,400. One family ownership from new. Absolutely sure in the room. Shaking your heads then. It's with Tom on the internet then at £2,400. You're all out in the room. Try for you, Tom. That is provisional at £2,400. Provisional. 3653 on the internet. And it's over to Fuzz and Paul for our next lot, which is lot 10, the 1929 Ford Model A four-door sedan.
Okay, well, we won't butt in now. We've waited until we've been invited. Sorry about that last one, Jules.
That's absolutely fine. No problem.
It was a bit of dead air, and, you know, me and Paul get a bit uncomfortable, a bit twitchy. But anyway, look, we've got this beautiful Ford Model A, a very, very easy to live with pre-war car. It's got the big 3.3 four-cylinder engine up the front there. Just absolutely bomb-proof, these things. I mean, this one's proven it by being around on the planet for so long.
Since 1929.
Yeah.
Tell the people at home, what were the 1920s like?
The 1920s were wonderful. In fact, well, I suppose period of great optimism to start with, but by 1929, if you could afford one of these, you were doing pretty well. So this is a great survivor. It is left-hand drive, but these things will go along the motorway 55, 60 miles per hour. They'll bomb along. They'll do that all day. They're great. If you want a pre-war starter car, then this is the one to go for. I would say this is probably the easiest of all pre-war cars to live with.
Well, there you go. And we've estimated this at £11,000 to £13,000. It's beautifully patinated. So basically, service it, recommission it, whack some petrol in it, get Haggerty to insure it, and just go and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Over to you, Jules. Let's spin it up and see what it's worth.
Yeah, let's spin that wheel. Thanks very much indeed, gentlemen, on that one. Seems a very nice example, this one. The 1929 Ford Model A, four-door sedan with the 3.3-litre engine, originally from California, the dry state of California, ladies and gentlemen, with a great history file as well. Nothing on my book. Start me away, ladies and gentlemen, at 6,000. Bid already on the internet, 6.5. That's internet against internet bidding at £6,500. Nothing on my book, ladies and gentlemen, on this one at all. At 6,500 on the Ford Model A. 7,000. Jim's telephone now at £7,000. Bid at 7,000. Against both your bidders there, Thomas, at £7,000 I have. Ford Model A, saloon, ladies and gentlemen, at 7,000. Next bid's 500. Give me a shout in the sale room if you want to come in. 7.5. Got you in the sale room at 7,500. Against the internet, against the telephone at £7,500. Bid now at 7.5. On the Ford Model A. 8,000. Thank you, Jim. At £8,000, bid at 8,000. Back again, 8,500. Still in the sale room at £8,500. Nothing on my book, remember, ladies and gentlemen, at 8,500 bid. At 8,500. Coming in if you like, 9,000. Thank you on the telephone with Jim at 9,000. Thanks anyway for your bids in the room at £9,000. Telephone bidder now at £9,000 with Jim. Against you in the room. Nothing on my book, remember, ladies and gentlemen. Ford Model A at 9,000. I will submit the bid if that's all we're going to see. Coming in on the internet, Thomas. Can we tempt you at home, ladies and gentlemen, at £9,000? A lot of motor car here. Fuzz definitely like this one at £9,000. Attractive example at 9,000. Great history file as well at just £9,000. Provisionally submitting the bid then to the owner at £9,000. Absolutely sure. 9.5. Thank you, sir. You were just waiting to make an entrance, I can tell. At £9,500 bid in the room. You're out on the telephone. You're still out towards the back. I've got a gentleman at the front now at £9,500. You're still out at home as well, Thomas. You're out on the telephone. Thanks anyway, Jim. Thanks very much indeed. At £9,500, it is provisional. Gentleman's bid on the Ford Model A. You're sure at home. Last chance then. Fair warning from your auctioneer. To be fair to the gentleman in the room, I'm submitting the bid at 9.5. We'll try for you, sir. We're a little bit away, but we'll see what we can do. 658. Thanks very much indeed. 658. Provisional at £9,500. I'll get an answer for you as soon as the boys have spoken to the owner. Lot 11, ladies and gentlemen. Lot 11 is the 1962 Land Rover 88 Series 2A, recently recommissioned in running order as well, ladies and gentlemen, supplied with the original buff logbook. Roger's really into his Land Rovers. He's crawled over this one and told you in the notes it has a strong bulkhead, rear cross member and footwells. New exhaust on it. Was factory, this is amazing, isn't it? You can't believe this, can you? Factory specified. The first owner said, you know what? I only need one windscreen wiper. I'll save 15 shillings and sixpence for that. And I don't need any door locks. Now, there we go. That's back in the day when you could leave everything unlocked and nobody would steal them. Clearly, the guy didn't live in the centre of Darlington, which is where I live. Interest there starts me away on the Land Rover. Let's have a look at just 3,235 bid at £3,500. Bid with me at 3,500. No door locks, ladies and gentlemen. Just the one windscreen wiper at £3,500 on the Land Rover. Great patina on this one at just £3,500. On my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, at 3.5, 3.8. 4,000. Still with me, Thomas, at £4,000. Bid at 4,000 on the Land Rover. 4.2. I've got 4.3. I'll do the same favour to your bidder there. At £4,300. Bid with me at 43. 4.4. I'm out. At 4,400. Bid on the internet. At 4,400 on the Land Rover, ladies and gentlemen. At 4,400. I wonder which side the windscreen wiper's on. 4.5. Did we check? Maybe it's just on the passenger side. 4.6. That'd be an interesting driving experience, wouldn't it? At £4,600, bid at 4,600. Like some of the cars I used to smoke around town in the 1980s. Some of them had no windscreen wipers, to believe it or not. 4.7. Still going at £4,700, bid at 4,700. At 4.7. On the internet, ladies and gentlemen, at 4,700. Provisionally selling 4.8. Still going at £4,800. On the Land Rover, ladies and gentlemen, at 4,800. Land Rover, short wheelbase, 88-inch, Series 2A. Great patina, like I said, 4.9. Still going at £4,900. Fill it up to 5,000. Thank you at home at £5,000. Still provisional, 5.1. At £5,100 bid now at 5.1. 5.2. Slowly creeping to the reserve. Still provisional. We're very, very close. 5.3. Unless the owner's in. We're on sale, I've been told. We've had the nod from the owner. We're on sale at 5,300. If that sharpens your pencil at home. 5.4. Still on sale at £5,400. Internet against internet bidding all the way on the Land Rover Series 2, short wheelbase, ladies and gentlemen. At 4,400. I'll take 50. Oh, we don't need to. 5.6, 5.7. Go on, Thomas. Do them a favour. 5.8. He's very hard, He's harder than me. At £5,700, bid at 5.7. Internet against internet bidding at £5,700. On the Land Rover, ladies and gentlemen, at 5,700. I've been told I can't take £50 bids, but I am anyway. It's a bit like Bruce Forsyth. I'm in charge. 5,750, 5.8, 5,850. There we are, the beauty of £50 bids. 5.8, 5,800. Sorry about that. 50 again if you like at home. Fair warning from your auctioneer. We can't be fairer than that at £50 increments right at the death. I'm selling away at £5,800 on the Land Rover, ladies and gentlemen, against you in the room. Sold away at 5,800 on the internet. Thanks very much indeed. 3655. Good old Brucey. Lot 12, ladies and gentlemen, lot 12. Let's have a look. The 19th. Oh, here's a bit of fun. Definitely. 1969 Bond Spartan. Over £1,200, ladies and gentlemen, has been spent very recently recommissioning this, and she is fitted with a reconditioned Triumph GT6 engine with overdrive. This one is going to be no slouch off the mark whatsoever, and it's going to sound tremendous, of course, with that GT6 engine, fully operational hood. Recently restored and retrimmed with Mazda MX-5 seats. Quite a comfortable vehicle this will be as well as being nippy around the town. With a photographic restoration file is there within the history file. No reserve whatsoever on the Bond Spartan. Believe it or not, nothing on my book. You're going to tell me, ladies and gentlemen, where do you want to be to start the Bond Spartan? Is she worth 2,000 straight away with all this money spent on it? Don't be shy. We're here to sell cars, remember, there's no reserve. 1,000 bid on the World Wide Web. They're not shy, are they, at home? At £1,000 bid against you all in the room, ladies and gentlemen, at £1,000. What's wrong here? Surely, reconditioned GT6 engine. You're only really buying the engine. 11, 12, is that 1,200, Thomas? 12 bid, thank you. At £1,200 bid at 1,200. I know, Paul. I know, Fuzz. I'm shaking my head as well. If I had any room on the driveway, this would be car number 8. 1,300. The only problem is I don't have room for 7 of them. God knows how they managed to get on there. At 1,300 bid at 1,300. On the Bond Spartan, no reserve whatsoever. You're missing out here, ladies and gentlemen. Bargain of the sale. At £1,300 bid at 1,300. Absolutely sure. Had £1,200 spent recommissioning. 1,400, 1,500, 1,600. Waking up to it now at home. That's right. It's absolutely for nothing at 1,600 bid. Look sharp with your bids, ladies and gentlemen. Will, this is one for you. I can see you round Warrington next summer in this one. All the girls flocking round in the car park. Wow, what's that, Will, you're driving? At £1,600 bid at 1,600. 1,700. Absolutely bonny thing. Genuinely so. I mean, joking apart, proper bonny car at £1,800 bid at 1,800. On the Bond Spartan, ladies and gentlemen, at £1,800. Coming in again if you like at just 1,800. Great car. You'll be kicking yourself come the end of the sale if you haven't bought anything. Be a great drive home. 19 bid. 2,000. Thank you. Looking a little bit more respectable now at £2,000 bid at 2,000. No reserve whatsoever. Remember, she's selling all the way at £2,000 bid on the Bond Spartan. You sure in the room? You sure at home as well at £2,000? We'll try a small one, Thomas, for them at £2,000. Yep, we'll see. No reserve. I think she's worth a little bit more yet. at £2,000. Still with you at home, ladies and gentlemen, at 2,050. Thank you at home at 2,050. 2-1, thank you, at 2,100. Still going in those £50 increments at £2,100 bid. On the Bond Spartan, ladies and gentlemen, at 2,150. Thank you. Still with you at home at 2,150. Just shout in the room if you change your mind and you want to come back in at 2,150 to 2. Thank you, Thomas. At 2,200. Still with you at home, ladies and gentlemen, at £2,200. Told you I thought it was worth a little bit more. At 2-2. Absolutely sure at home. Another £50 note if you like. Like I said, it's slipping through your fingers. Not a bad example at all. Lots of money spent. Recon GT6 engine in her as well, and I'm selling away 2,250. Still going at 2,250. 2-3. Thank you at home at £2,300 bid at 2-3. Absolutely sure. 2,350. Thank you at 2,350. All the hard work's been done for you, ladies and gentlemen. 2-4, you just jump in it, turn the key, you're off and running. At £2,400 bid at 2-4. MOT exempt, remember? At £2,400. You're certain, ladies and gentlemen. Selling away then. Fair warning at home. Last chance, last roll of the dice. I'm selling away with Thomas at £2,400. You finished and you're done. Sold away. Thank you at home at 2,400. Sold. 664. Oh, did you want that one? Thanks, Roger. Lot 13, ladies and gentlemen. Here's another fabulous car. The 1962 Marcos Spider prototype. If you were watching our live feed the half hour before we kicked off, both Paul and Fuzz gave you the lowdown on this one, the Marcos Spider. Been in the current ownership for 49 years. Only coming to us because, unfortunately, the gentleman may have to give up driving. Believed to be one of just 3 that's left in existence. Only 18 were ever constructed at the time. Currently fitted with a 1.2-litre 4-cylinder engine. She has a Kent fast road cam in there as well. But she was campaigned, evolved, and continually modified in period as detailed within your very comprehensive catalogue notes. Slice of history here, ladies and gentlemen. The Marcos Spider prototype was displayed at the 2016 NEC Classic Car Show following her extensive restoration and still looks $1 million, I can assure you. Interest here on the Marcos Spider prototype. Let's have a look. I've got 16, 18, 20 bid. At £20,000, bid with me at 20,000. On the Marcos Spider prototype at just 20,000. Slice of history, ladies and gentlemen. 22, 24. Still with me at £24,000, bid at 24,000. Still against you in the room, ladies and gentlemen, at 24,000. On the Marcos Spider prototype at £24,000. Next bid's 26 if you want to come in. Currently with me at 24,000. Still on my commission book, ladies and gentlemen. It's against you in the room. 26,000. 27 I've got at £27,000, bid at 27,000. Against you on the internet, ladies and gentlemen, at £27,000. Marcos prototype at 27,000. 28,000 I'm out. At £28,000, bid on the World Wide Web, ladies and gentlemen. And against my commission interest, against you in the room as well, at £28,000. You're absolutely sure. Like I said, historic vehicle here, ladies and gentlemen. Constantly evolved. Just one of 3 left. Marcos Spider prototype. Great car at 28,000. Currently on the World Wide Web, ladies and gentlemen, against my commission interest at 28,000. You're absolutely sure in the room. You're sure everywhere else around the globe. I will submit the bid if that's all we're going to see with Thomas on the internet. Then at £28,000, you finished and you're done. That one is provisional, Thomas, at 28,000. We'll see what we can do for your client there. 3607. Thank you at home. Lot 14, ladies and gentlemen, is the very, very bonny Triumph Stag. Another car I had a good look at before the sale. Fitted with the correct Triumph V8 engine there. Manual gearbox on this one with the overdrive. MOT to next August. Very long MOT on her. The engine was rebuilt just a couple of years ago in 2020. Presents and drives very well indeed. Within the history file, there is a photographic record of an older restoration. Still presents very, very well, like I've said. Triumph Stag, ladies and gentlemen. Believe it or not, nothing on my book at all. You start me away on the Triumph Stag. Start me away at 5,000. On the Triumph Stag, ladies and gentlemen. 5 bid at 5,000. Too slow in the room at £5,000 bid on the World Wide Web at 5,000. I've got you in the room. 5.5. At £5,500 bid now on the Triumph Stag at $5,500. It is your bid, sir. Don't worry. We don't take you twice. It is you at £5,500 bid at 5.5 on the Triumph Stag at 5.5. Against you at home at £5,500 bid on the Triumph Stag with the original V8 engine as well at 5,500. With the gentleman in the room at 5,500. Next bid 6,000 if you want to come in at just £5,500 on the Triumph Stag, ladies and gentlemen, at 5,500. What's wrong here? Surely at £5,500. 6 bid, thank you, at £6,000 on the mezzanine. 6.5 against you. Further down on the main floor at 6,500. 7 bid, mezzanine bidder at £7,000. Thanks for your bids anyway. It's 7,000. I've got on the mezzanine. That's the top deck, ladies and gentlemen. At £7,000 bid at 7,000. On the Triumph Stag at just £7,000. You sure everywhere else around the room? At 7 bid. I'll take a small bid, sir, if that'll help you. Thanks, you're out. Thanks anyway. It's £7,000 bid at 7. On the Triumph Stag at just £7,000. Finishing done, are we? Absolutely sure. I'm submitting the bid then. It is provisional. On the Stag at just 7,000. Oh, just got you, sir. 7.5. Fresh bidder. You're out on the mezzanine at £7,500. 750. You're absolutely out at 7,500. Still provisional. Gentleman's bid with the original V8 engine at 7,500. Absolutely sure in the room. We'll try for you, sir, at 7,500. 671. It is provisional. 671, 7,500. Provisional. Here's another one that's sold, ladies and gentlemen. Lot 9, the Mercedes 190. Single family ownership, remember. Sold away at £2,500. So we'll keep those provisional bids coming in for you. And it's over to Fuzz and Paul for our next lot, which is the absolute eyeful, the Rolls-Royce Phantom 7.
Oh, this is a stonking car. This one even makes you look tiny.
Well, thanks. But you're a rock star. You look good next to a Rolls-Royce. This is a 2007 Phantom, obviously 6.5 litre. It's got 11 stamps in the service book, 10 of which a Rolls-Royce main dealer. It's only just been serviced in March, so freshly serviced. The paint's immaculate. The leather's immaculate. It really wants for nothing. It's got some lovely spec on this. And Fuzz, just show them the doors.
Okay,
show them the doors.
This is the thing, right? Okay, here we
Watch
go.
this.
Just letting it go, and there we are. Oh,
that just exudes class.
Soft shut doors, and of course that piano black interior as well, with the white cinema style seats.
And it's got a sunroof, which is actually a very rare option on a Rolls-Royce. It's not standard on the car. So somebody has spent a lot of money speccing this. I think it's in the most timeless and beautiful color combination. You could do anything with this. You could do private hire. You could do weddings. You could just tool around looking absolutely the business. And you could do that for somewhere between 65 and 75 grand, I reckon.
It's a lot of car for that. I mean, this is an aircraft carrier. This is fantastic. I love it. I'd love to smoke about in this.
Yep.
You buying it for me?
I would like to. It was house money when it was new, but let's see what it's worth today.
Thanks very much, gentlemen. On the aircraft carrier, I like that. I think that's how we'll rename them now, the Rolls-Royce aircraft carriers. There we are, the Phantom 7. The guys have said it all, ladies and gentlemen. Really, there's nothing else left for me to say at all. What an amazing car. Put a private plate on this one. Nobody will have the faintest idea what age of Rolls-Royce Phantom 7 you're driving around in. Interest with me on the Phantom 7 starts you at 40 to 45. At 45,000, bid with me at 45,000. Rolls-Royce Phantom 7, ladies and gentlemen, at £45,000 bid. On my commission book at 47, 48.50. Still with me at £50,000, bid at 50,000. You're still all out in the room at £50,000. On the Phantom 7, ladies and gentlemen, at 50,000. 52.55. Still with me at 55. At £55,000 bid. Still on my commission book at 55,000. Still against you in the room at 55. You're absolutely sure up on the mezzanine at 55,000. Great car. All the kits on this one at £55,000. You really will not want another motor car if you buy this one at 55,000. You're still all out in the room. Give me a shout if I'm missing you anywhere at all. A lot of motor car for very, very little money if you ask the auctioneer at £55,000. Next bid's 58 if you want to come in. At £55,000, finished and done. You're absolutely sure in the room. You're sure at home as well. Very quiet on the internet on this one, Thomas. At 55,000. On the Rolls-Royce, ladies and gentlemen, at 55. Finished and done then, are we? You sure? At £55,000 on the Rolls-Royce Phantom. That one is not sold, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen. Although I've got that commission bid, I'm too far away from our vendor's reserve, I'm afraid to say, to submit that one. So if you do change your mind, if you have a change of heart during the sale, that applies to you all at home as well, ladies and gentlemen. Please get in touch with us. We'll let you know where you want to be. But I'm afraid at £55,000, that one is not sold at this point in time. Next lot in your catalogues, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 16. Lot 16 is the Jaguar E-Type V12 Roadster manual, ladies and gentlemen. Manual gearbox on this one. Comes to us from its current ownership for 19 years with the tonneau cover as well. Protective car cover with her. Presents and drives very well. Unusual color on this one. Don't see many in this particular color at all. Interest here on the E-Type starts you. Let's have a look at 35, 38, 40 bid. Oh, 42, 45, sorry, 48, 50, and I'm out at £50,000 bid on the World Wide Web at 50,000. On the Jaguar E-Type, ladies and gentlemen, at 50 bid. Against my commissions at £50,000 bid at 50,000. On the World Wide Web, ladies and gentlemen, E-Type V12 manual, 52. Thank you, George, at £52,000. Telephone bidder now at 52. Against your clients there, I'm afraid, Thomas, at £52,000. They were bidding quickly before at 52,000 on the Jaguar E-Type. Great car, ladies and gentlemen. Manual gearbox with the tonneau cover, protected car cover as well at £52,000 we have. On the telephone with George at just 52,000. Coming in if you like anywhere else. Great car here at just 52,000. I'll take 53, Thomas, if you're not attempting that one already, but £52,000. Telephone bidder at 52,000. On the Jaguar E-Type at 52. Telephone bidder. You sure? At £52,000. Telephone. It's against you all in the room and against you on the World Wide Web. Submitting the bid then. It is with George's telephone at £52,000. You're finished and you're done. Provisional, George. We'll try for you at £52,000. 2003, 2003 on the telephone. Provisional at 52,000. Thanks, Thomas. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, in your catalogues is lot 17. It's the Porsche 911 996 Turbo. Great service history on this one, showing 83,000 miles. She is the Tiptronic. MOT till next September. Very comprehensive specification. I'm sure you've had a good look at her. Includes the factory roof, heated seats, memory seats on there as well. 11 stamps in the service book from OPC and specialist garages as well. Interest here on the 911 Turbo starts you 16, 18, 20 bid at £20,000. Bid with me at 20,000. On the Porsche, ladies and gentlemen, at 20,000. Coming in again if you like at just 20,000. Next it's 22 if you like in the room or on the World Wide Web at £20,000 I have. On the 911, ladies and gentlemen, at £20,000. It's against you, ladies and gentlemen, at just 20,000. Lots of motor car here again for just £20,000. Porsche 911 at 20,000. Against you all, ladies and gentlemen. You're absolutely sure. Coming in again if you like at just £20,000. On my commission book then at 20,000. I'll take it reluctantly, sir. 21, 22. Still with me at £22,000. Bid at 22,000. Still against you in the room at 22. On the Porsche, ladies and gentlemen, at £22,000. Thanks for your bids anyway. At 22,000. Still against you in the room and against you on the internet at £22,000. It is provisional then. I will submit that. We're a long way away, but you never know. At £22,000. Provisionally selling then at just 22,000. That is 513. Provisional at £22,000. Next lot in your catalogue, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 18. The 1989 Ford Sierra 2.9 injection gear 4x4 estate, showing just 47,000 miles. Fully original specification on this one. Manual transmission, October next year. Full year's ticket on there. All the MOT history goes back to 2008 as well on the Sierra. Interest here with me starts you at 500, 800, 1,000 bid. At £1,000 bid with me at 1,000. 1,200, I'm out. 1,400, 1,600. Internet against internet at £1,600. 1,800, 2,000. Thank you, Thomas, at £2,000. Bid quickly in the room if you want to come in. Sierra 4x4 gear estate at £2,000. Bid at 2,000. No reserve whatsoever. She's been on sale from the first bid. Great car here. at £2,000, bid at 2,000. What's wrong here at just 2,000? 2.9 injection gear estate at £2,000. I will sell her if that's all we're going to see, ladies and gentlemen, at just 2,000. 2-1, thank you. Thanks for that, Thomas. 2-2, I've got you in the sale room now, sir. At 2-2, I've taken the gentleman in the sale room. 2-3, on the internet, sir. 2-4, still on the internet. 2-5, you've got multiple bidders on the internet, I'm afraid. At 2-5, bid in the room. You're all out on the internet. At 2,500, 2-6. Thanks for your bids anyway, sir. At 2,600 I have. At £2,600 bid on the internet. 2.9 injection gear, 4x4 estate. Top of the tree there for the estates at that time on the Sierras. At just 2,500, 2.6, isn't it? Sorry, 2,600 bid. I'll take £50, sir, if that'll bring you back into the game. Currently at 2.6. Thanks anyway for your bids. At 2,600, finished and done. Fair warning everywhere else. Please shout if I am missing you in the packed sale room or I'm selling away at just £2,600 with Thomas. Sold away at 2,600. 3314. Sold away at 2,600. And it's over to Paul and Fuzz. I won't keep you hanging this time, gentlemen, on the absolutely fabulous Aston Martin V8 convertible.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much indeed. But this is an interesting car, this, because in 1977, if you were to walk into your Aston Martin dealership, the thing you couldn't do at the time was order a Volante, because at the start of the year, when this car was made, they didn't make one. So this enterprising owner went to Paul Bannon, the coach builder, who was very famous for his Jaguar and Daimler conversions, and said, please, could you build me a drop head Aston Martin? So before the factory did it, this car was built. So interestingly, the factory saw this, copied it, and you could then get a Volante. The big difference for you today, you lucky bidder, is the fact that this car, not being a Volante, will be an awful lot less.
Yeah, but it doesn't look less of a car at all.
No.
It looks pretty much the same. So I think this is just an absolute bargain way of getting into that open Aston Martin style of driving, really.
Well, because these can be significant six-figure car as a genuine Volante. It's just had a retrim, as you can see. It's beautiful. It's had a lot of money spent recommissioning it. Perfect hood bag, really nice colour on this as well.
Yeah.
So you have just had new tyres, brand new Goodyears. You can tell somebody has prepared this for sale. I love it when someone prepares a car for auction and they spend all the money doing it. You look at the tyres, you can always tell brand new Goodyears to put a car into sale. That tells you everything you need to know about our vendor. It's a proper thing. So have a bid. If you want to turn up at any concourse, salon privé in this, and everyone thinks you spent 150 grand, you could probably do that for maybe half that today. So go on, Jules, see what she fetches.
Yeah, fantastic.
Here we go again. Thanks very much indeed, gentlemen, for that comprehensive intro. Again, they've really said it all. Comes to us from a private collection. Great looking car. Coach built by Paul Bannon back in period in 1977. Great looking motor car. Interest here starts you at £40,000. Bid with me at 40,000. At £40,000 bid on the Aston Martin, ladies and gentlemen, at just 40,000. At 40,000. Absolutely for nothing. At just £40,000 bid with me at 40,000. Against you in the room, ladies and gentlemen, at £40,000. Absolutely sure. Against you on the telephones. No, got a couple of telephones on this one. 45 before the telephones. 50 with me. 55, 60, 5 if you like. 65, I'm out. At £65,000, bid in the room at 65. On the Aston Martin, Paul Bannon conversion at 65,000. Absolutely beautiful, stunning car at £65,000. Against my commission interest, ladies and gentlemen. Against you in the room as well at 65,000. Are we out on this? Oh, are we out, Will? We're out at £65,000 bid. Telephone's out now. Looks like George is out as well on telephone number 2. Thanks anyway for coming in on the telephone, even if you didn't get your bid in. At £65,000 I have, and it is provisional, ladies and gentlemen, submitting the bid on the Aston, ladies and gentlemen, at £65,000. In the room, gentlemen's bid in the room against my commission at £65,000, then finished and done. We'll try for you, sir, at £65,000. 606, thanks very much indeed. 606, provisional at £65,000. Great car, that one. We'll see what we can do. Lot 20. In your sales catalogue is a 1968 Bentley T1. Original specification. Good colour on her, this one, isn't it? Looks really nice and sharp. Large file of records in the history file, dating back to the 1970s, been maintained every single year. It's had some work done on it. Full gearbox rebuild back in 2016. That cost £4,500. She's recently been recommissioned. That cost over £8,500. Loads of old MOT certificates. There we are, the Bentley T1. Interest here starts you at £5,000. At £5,000, bid with me at 5,000. On the Bentley T1 at 5,000. Next bid's 5.5 if you want to come in. 5.5 got you 6 bid. At £6,000, bid with me at 6,000. 6.5, 6,750. 7, thank you, in the room at £7,000, bid at 7,000. On the Bentley T1 then at £7,000. 7,250. Thanks for your bids anyway. It's £7,250. I've got bid at 7,250. Shouts if I'm missing you anywhere else. 7.5, fresh bidder, sir. 7,750. 8,000. 8,250. On the T1, shaking your head. 8.5. Take 8.6, sir. If we're getting near the death. 8.6. Do you the same favor. 8.7. No, thanks for your bids anyway. At £8,700 bid, it is provisional. At £8,700. You sure, gentlemen? 8.8, thank you. You're back in the game. You're out. Thanks for your bids anyway. At £8,800 I have on the Bentley T1. Loads of money spent recommissioning her. At 8, you're getting the car for free, basically, aren't you? I mean, our previous vendor, previous owner has spent that just in her up and running again recently at £8,800. Absolutely sure in the room, and it is provisional. Last chance anywhere else. Next bid's 8.9. If you want to come in, or I'm submitting the bid, gentleman's bid in the room at 8.8. We'll try for you, gentlemen, at 8.8. 657. 657. Provisional at 8,800. Thanks, Thomas. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, in your catalogues is lot 21. One of my favorite cars, the 1973 Jensen Interceptor 3. Old English white, I think we call that. It's like an ivory white. Great interior on this one. The black retrimmed interior, piped in white. That was retrimmed back in 2009. Cost £5,000, ladies and gentlemen, to put that interior in her. Full-length Webasto sunroof on her as well. She's showing 65,000 miles. There's over £40,000 worth of invoices in the history file to keep this vehicle in the condition she is in the sale room. Lots of great upgrades on her. I won't go through them. They're all in your catalogue there. I'm sure you're aware if you've had a good look at the car. Interest here with me on the Jensen starts you at 14, 15, 16 bid. At £16,000 bid with me at 16,000. Jensen Interceptor here, ladies and gentlemen, at 16,000. 17 bid, 18,000. 19 fresh bidder, but you're both out. I've got 20. 21, if you like. Your bids are at 21. I'm out now at £21,000. Bid in the room at 21,000. On the instant, 22,000. Against you, I'm afraid, sir. 23,000. Further forward at £23,000. Make no mistake at 23. Still going at 23. It is your bid, sir. I won't take you twice. Lots of our competitors would. It is with you at 23,000. Don't worry at all. At £23,000, bid at 23,000. Coming in again if you like. Just shout if I'm missing it. 23, 24. Fresh bidder now. In the center of the room. 25,000. Still provisional at 25,000. A lot of motor car. Loads of money spent on her. £40,000 worth of receipts at £25,000. 26,000. 27 on the telephone. On the telephone, if you like. I've got 27 in the room then, George. Too slow on the... Your bids are at 27. Thank you. The telephone hesitated there. They thought they were bidding 26.5. But at 27, I've got in the room. Make no mistake on the telephone. 28,000. And I'm on sale. I'll take 500. You sure, gentlemen? Loads of money spent. Great colour. Great interior. At £28,000 I have in the centre of the room. Slipping through your fingers, gentlemen. Yeah, absolutely sure. Another £500 or 500 on the 28.5. Thank you. You're out on the telephone, George, are you? I've got £28,500. Gentleman's bid at £28,500. Underbidder's just having a closer look at the car at £28,500. That's your competition right there, sir, I'm afraid to say. £28,500. I'll have to hurry you, just to be fair to the gentleman in the room. 29,000. On the Inceptor, ladies and gentlemen, at £29,000. 29.5. Thank you, gentlemen. You're back in at 29.5. You're out. Thanks very much for your bids at £29,500. Last chance now, George, on the telephone. I'm selling away. Gentleman's been in the room at 29,500. Coming in on the telephone. Fair warning one last time. Thought somebody was bidding over there then, Tom, just at that last moment. Your bid, sir, 29,500. That is number 6. Can you see that paddle? 617. Thank you. You bought that one, sir, at 617. 29,500. And what a fantastic motor car that is. Very well done indeed. Lot 22 in your catalogues, ladies and gentlemen, was the Jaguar XJS 5.3 convertible. I'm afraid that one has been withdrawn, ladies and gentlemen, withdrawn, but it will be re-entered in our December sale. She's just being fettled. Our vendor would prefer to do a little bit more work on her before she offers her for sale, so she'll be in even better condition when she turns up in our December sales catalogue. So apologies if you're interested in that one, both at home and in here. Lot 22 withdrawn. We move on in your catalogues, make no mistake at all, to lot 23, which is the 1984 Ford Capri 2.8 injection, showing round about 32,000 miles. And she's covered only 600, can you believe this? Covered only 651 miles between 2006 and 2013. In the standard factory spec, great cars these. Interest here on the Capri starts you at 789 bid at £9,000. Bid with me at 9,000 on the Ford Capri 2.8 injection, ladies and gentlemen, at just £9,000. 9,500, 10. I wasn't expecting that one, Thomas. 10,000. Still all right. I'll keep the. I'll make sure I'm on the right increment at 10,000. 10 bid with me at 10,000. Against you in the room and against you at home at £10,000. Only bid at 10,000. A lot of car here. What is wrong? Everybody's hands should be in the air. 11,000 bid in the room at 11,000. Great example here at 11,000. Low mileage showing 32,000 at £11,000 bid at 11. Standard factory specification 11,000. 2.8 injection, 12 bid. Thank you, George. On the telephone at £12,000, provisionally selling at 12. On the Ford Capri, 13,000. Still going at £13,000, bid at 13,000. 2.8 injection Capri at 13,000. 500 telephone, 13,500 bid. Telephone bidder with George. Make no mistake at all at 13,500. 14,000. Back in the game in the room at 14,000. Please shout, ladies and gentlemen. We've still got loads of you in. If I'm missing you, don't be afraid to shout out. At 14,000, against you on the telephone, George. 500 again if you like. I'm not sure what George meant by that. I'm not quite sure psychologically what that meant. But at £14,000, have to hurry on the telephone to be fair to our gentleman in the room, and it is provisional, submitting the bid at 14,000. 500 at 14,500 bid. Telephone bidder, you're out in the room, I'm afraid, sir. At £14,500 on the telephone. 2.8 injection Capri in the right colour, you have to admit. At 14,500, 15 bid. And I'm on outright sale at £15,000 bid at 15,000. You're out on the telephone. Thanks anyway, George. I'm selling away. Outright sale in the room unless anybody else wants to take it on. At £15,000, you're all finished and you're done. You sure? Sold away at 15,000. That's 606 again at 15,000. Sold away. Yeah. 606. Next lot in your catalogue is lot 2024, which is the fabulous Jaguar XJ 120 Roadster. And who better to wax lyrical about this one than Paul and Fuzz?
Well, Fuzz, we're a bit Jaguared up because we just got back from Malta. You may have seen in our social media where we were lucky enough to see some of the best Jaguar collections in Malta and one of their most prolific collectors. And I think this car is good enough to be in that collection, don't you? Yeah,
I reckon so. I mean, we have seen some stonking cars, and this one is, again, a really beautiful XK120 drop head coupe. It's had a lot of money spent on it over the past few years. A lot of work done. It presents beautifully. The only trouble I have is I can't quite fit in it.
No, we don't fit in. And when Fuzz says it's had some work done, he's not kidding. And also, all the names you want for this, so Twyford Motors did the bodywork. Guy Broad, who is a bit of a legend, the collector we went to see in Malta, has all of his cars worked on by Guy. Guy is a legend in Jaguar circles.
Yeah.
He's worked on it. Derby Plating, who are very well known, did all the chrome. It's a matching numbers car, and unusually, it's got its original alley panel, so aluminium bonnet, doors, and boot. So it's about as perfect as you will get, a proper collector quality car. It's not concours, but for that reason, I think you'd use it. It's incredibly tidy and very, very nice. Super straight, very presentable, but usable.
Yeah, what a great place to be. I mean, if you're lucky enough to buy this car, well, I think you've swum the channel.
Yeah, so have a bit on that. I think it's a particularly nice one, worked on by the very best in the business. And Jules, let's see what it will fetch.
Well, here we go again, lot 24. Absolutely gorgeous, this one. Everything's right about this. The Jaguar XK120 Roadster, we can't find one fault whatsoever, with a full weather equipment and the tonneau. Very impressive, comprehensive history file on her as well. Still got the early aluminium bonnet, doors and boot lid, which is always nice to see on these. Has been converted a couple of years ago to run on unleaded, so she is user-friendly. That costs £1,700. In fact, as you know yourself, if you've looked in the history file, she's wanted for nothing. There's been absolutely loads of money spent on this XK120 to keep her in this fabulous condition. There we are. The XK120 Roadster. Interest here starts you 35, 38, bid with me at £38,000, bid at 38,000. On the XK120 Roadster at just £38,000. What a beautiful motor car there at 38,000. Next bid's 40 if you want to come in, ladies and gentlemen, in the room at £38,000. I have currently bid 40,000 and two with me at £42,000, bid at 42, 45, 48, 50 if you like, sir. Cracking one here. 50 bid and I'm out at £50,000, bid in the room. On the XK120 Roadster, 52 internet now. My commission's out, by the way, at 52 I have. On the World Wide Web at £52,000 with Thomas at 52. Against you in the room and against my commission interest. I'll take 53 from you, sir, if that'll bring you back in. You sure? Thanks anyway for your bids. Absolutely fantastic. 53, thank you, sir. Fresh bidder in the room entirely at 53,000. You're still out. At 53 I have. Your clients are out as well, Thomas. Make no mistake, at £53,000. Like I said, this car really has been loved. At 53,000. Provisionally selling, ladies and gentlemen, at just £53,000 in the room now. At 53,000, you're out on the World Wide Web. Make no mistake at all, ladies and gentlemen. I think you'll be very, very sad if you haven't come to view this car and you're bidding at home. I can tell you, it's an absolute cracker. If you're hovering at home and you're not sure, there's no need to hesitate at all. At £53,000, I have bid in the room, and it is provisional. Please shout. Anywhere else, ladies and gentlemen, or I'm submitting the bid. It is with the gentleman then at £53,000. You sure? At home, 54. Internet, sir. I know they all say that when they're bidding against the internet. I'll take 500 from you, sir, to get you back in. Great. I know I don't need to tell you, but what a great car. I'll give you a moment to think. Currently at 54,000 on the internet with Thomas. Another 500 to come back in. If you like, of course, sir, in the room. Thanks anyway for your bids. Much, much appreciated. At £54,000 I have on the internet against the gentleman in the room who came to view it, of course, at 54,000. Absolutely sure everywhere else I'm selling, provisionally selling at £54,000 then on the internet with Thomas. We'll try for you, Thomas, at 54,000, but that is provisional. We're not a million miles away, but that is provisional. 1559 on the internet at 54,000. 606, 15,000 sold. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, in your catalogue is lot 25. Crikey. Here's a machine for you, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you're into your American vehicles, American hot rods. This has been mildly modified. Not the completely gone through into a full hot rod, but looks absolutely great. It's the 1957 Oldsmobile Super 88 Coupe, or Coupe, of course, as they say in America. She's got a 440, 7.2 litre big block, V8 automatic, Our vendor informs us she's believed to be running round about 500 horsepower, which doesn't surprise me, seeing it's the 440 big block. Fully rebuilt that engine is, with tuning features on her as well. Upgraded front disc brakes. The suspension's been worked on at the front as well. Has an LED light conversion, so at least you can see where you're going on these. They are a little bit like twin candles if you've ever tried to drive one of these, if they've got the original lamps on. It's a twin exhaust system. That costs £2,000 to fit. She's running on these fabulous Keystone wheels as well. Looks absolutely amazing. No reserve whatsoever. This is a bit embarrassing, but seeing as there's no reserve, I have to take my commission bids. We start at 2,000. At £2,000, bid with me at £2,000. On the Oldsmobile Super 88 Coupe at £2,000. 2,500, 3,000. At £3,000, your bid, Carlos, at £3,000. 3,500. 4,000. Still with Carlos at £4,000, bid at 4,000. 4.5. 5 bid at £5,000, bid at 5,000. Shouts if I'm missing you anywhere else. 5.5. 5,750. Gentleman's been in the room at 5,750. On the Keystone alloys, 6,000. Still think there's a bit left in this one. Put a created LS motor in it and gearbox. You'll be laughing. Doesn't need to stay original, does it? At £6,000, you sure? 250 again if you like. 250 in the room at £6,250 bid at 6,250. 6,500. Thanks anyway, very much indeed, Carlos. Thank you. At £6,500 bid. No reserve whatsoever at £6,500. Like I said, put a created 0 mile LS motor and gearbox in a resto model, ladies and gentlemen. At £6,500. Bid. On the World Wide Web at 6,500. They're building up, aren't they? I need to do something with those. At £6,500. 6,750. Internet against internet bidding. Think of the potential of this car. 7,000. At £7,000, bid at 7,000. This looks genuinely, absolutely for nothing to me. At £7,000, only bid at 7,000. Coming in again if you like, ladies and gentlemen. Please shout if you come for her in the sale room. I can't believe there's been nobody in the sale room for them apart from Carlos. Carlos knows a good car when he looks at one. I can tell you that for free. At £7,000 only bid. That should have given you all the confidence to stick your hand in the air at £7,000. Absolutely sure I'm selling away. Outright sale on the World Wide Web. No messing about then. At £7,000, you're all finished. And you're done. You're sure. Sold at £7,000 to the internet. 664. Thank you. Sold away at 7,000. 664. Sold. Another couple that have sold, ladies and gentlemen. Just bring you up to date on these. The Triumph Stag, lot 14 in your catalogues. Sold away at £7,500. And the absolutely stunning Jaguar XK120. Also sold away to your bidder, I think that was Thomas, on the internet. You bought that one at home at £54,000. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 26, which is the 2016 Land Rover Defender, the 90 TD Autobiography. One of only 100 that were manufactured. This one's got just 668 miles. You can count them, ladies and gentlemen, 668 miles from new. In the original factory specification, not been messed about with at all on the autobiography. Interest here starts you at £45,000. Bid with me at 45,000. Next bid's 50 if you want to come in. At £45,000 bid. On my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, at 45,000. On the Land Rover autobiography at £45,000. Thank you, Jim, at 50,000. Still with me at 55, I'm afraid to say. On my commission book at 55,000. Against you on the telephone, against you in the room. Microscopic mileage on this. Full factory spec at 55 I've got on my commission book at 55,000. You're out on the telephone. Make no mistake at all, at £55,000. Shout if I'm missing you, ladies and gentlemen, remember. At 55,000, 60,000, I'm out now. On Jim's telephone at 60,000 bid. At £60,000. Against my commission interest, ladies and gentlemen. You're sure in the room. I'll take a small bid this time. 62 if you like anywhere else. Currently on the telephone. At £60,000 bid with Jim. Make no mistake at all. You're all out. You're out around the globe as well. Last chance then at £60,000. It's provisional. Provisional, Jim. I'll try for you on that one at 60,000. Just need your paddle number, please, if you don't mind. 60,000. 698. Thanks very much indeed. 698. Provisional at £60,000. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, crikey, is lot 27. How are we doing for time? Not too bad. Lot 27 is a 1958 MGA 1500 Coupe. Rally spec, this one, ladies and gentlemen. It comes with the FIA papers as well. It's a very well-known car within historic rally circles. Just been recommissioned. MOT till August next year. Doesn't need an MOT, of course, but our vendors put one on. Ready to go with the roll cage, full rally spec, detailed service, and the race history as well there within the history folder that we've got. Lot 27, the MGA. Interest here starts you at 8, 9, 10 bid. At just £10,000 bid with me at 10,000. On the MGA, ladies and gentlemen, at 10,000. 11,000, got you in the room, 12 bid. At £12,000 bid with me at 12,000. Still on my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, at £12,000. You're still out. You should, just the one, still with me at 12,000. Thanks anyway in the room then. At least we got a bid out of you in the room at £12,000, bid at 12,000. On the MGA, ladies and gentlemen, at just £12,000. Competition spec, ladies and gentlemen, at 12,000. Very, very little money here at £12,000. You're still out, I'm afraid to say, at 12 bid. On my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, at £12,000. On the MGA, 1,500 Coupe. Rally spec at £12,000. Finished and done already. Take 500 from you, sir, if you want to come back in. Currently at just £12,000. Absolutely sure, ladies and gentlemen, at 12,000. Finished and done then, are we? On my commission book at £12,000, finished and done. I'm afraid that one's not sold. If you do change your mind in the room, if you have a second thought about that, please have a word with the provisional bids team. But currently, I can't submit that commission bid that I've got. We're too far away from the vendor's reserve. So that one is not sold at this moment in time. Thanks very much indeed. Next lot. Oh, yes, sorry. Here's one that has sold. Thanks very much, Tom. I'm with you now. Here's one that has sold, ladies and gentlemen. The Jaguar V12 E-Type, lot 16, sold away for £56,000. So we move on in your catalogue to lot 28, which is the fabulous 1982 Ferrari 308 GTS injection. One of just 67 UK right-hand drive supplied examples, showing round about 65,000 miles. Subject to bodywork restoration back in 2017. That had over £10,000 worth of bills there for the bodywork resto, and that was just 5 years ago. Great history file. Recently been recommissioned yet again to put onto the road with the Targa roof. Service and all the belts was done just 2 years ago, ladies and gentlemen. There we are. Looks great in black, much, much nicer, much, much rarer than the red ones. One of only 67 right-hand drive, remember. Interest here on the Ferrari starts your way at 28.30 bid. At £30,000 bid with me at 30,000. On the Ferrari 308, ladies and gentlemen, at just 30,000. It's against you all in the room at £30,000 I have bid. On the Ferrari 308 at £30,000. Coming in again if you like at just 30. Next bid's 32 if you like. 32. Thank you, Thomas. 34 I have. At 34,000. I'll take it. 35 in the room. 36 still with me. Thanks anyway in the room. At £36,000 I have bid on the Ferrari. At 36,000. You're out in the room. You're out on the internet now. 37,000. 38. Still with me at 38,000. 39 is your bid, sir, at £39,000. And I'm out now at 39,000 bid in the room. On the Ferrari 308 at just 39,000. Fill it up to 40 if you like, Thomas. Currently at 39,000. One of only 67 UK right-hand drive examples, and this one's black. It's not red. At £39,000 I have bid in the room. Finished and done. Absolutely sure. Fill it up to 40. I'm submitting the bid if that's all we're going to see at just £39,000. Finished and done. You're out at home as well. Try for you, sir. It's 606, isn't it? 606. Provisional at 39,000. Provisional. Thanks, Thomas. And it's over to Fuzz and Paul for our next lot in the catalogue, which is the equally fabulous 2006 Porsche 911 Carrera 4S Cabriolet.
Oh, now I know that you like a 911 Cabriolet here, Paul. And of course, you know a little bit about this one because it was owned by Droopy.
It was. This is my good friend Droopy's car. It's his own personal car. So I've actually been in this car. And what I can tell you, two things about him. He's very annoying, but he does spend money keeping his cars nice. And he loved this car so much, he sold it about 4 years ago, promptly regretted it because it was the best Porsche he'd ever owned, and then spent a year trying to buy it back, which he successfully did. And then basically spend a load of money servicing it at Nine Meister 2 years ago, and then it's just been in storage. So he's not using it, he's selling it. What is interesting about it is it's all the things you want in a Porsche. So it's wide body, it's manual, and it's drop tops. It's very cool. It's also, I think, a potential bargain because at the moment, these are about as cheap as they'll ever be. Mega history, I think 70-odd thousand miles on this, and maintained regardless of cost by one of the world's most annoying people.
Yeah, so I think Droopy, as in Drew Pritchard, might even be persuaded for a little photo call with it maybe at some point.
Yeah, I think if you go towards the top estimate, I think he would come and do a little handover with you. If you want a day with Drew Pritchard, I think if you go really towards the top, he might even advise you on some antiques.
Well,
yeah.
what can you say about antiques advice along with the Porsche? Yeah. And of course, if it goes above the price, then I'll get a photo with the lucky buyer as well.
There you go. You can't see from that. So it is black with black, triple black as we call it. So black roof, black interior, black body. It's really nice. It's got the lobster claws, which I think are the best wheel on this era of 997. And Jules, take it away. Let's see what she makes.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Handover with Drew Pritchard and a photograph with Fuzz Townsend. That must have added at least 5,000 to the value of this particular lot. Lot 29, ladies and gentlemen, in your catalogue is the 2006 Porsche 911 Carrera 4S Cabriolet, as I said, showing round about 85,000 miles. Great car, great car. As you've heard, Drew Pritchard owned it twice, just 4 previous owners. 2 of them the same one. Comes fitted with a car cover, IMS seals. If you know the car, they've been replaced in 2014. Has some design tech exhaust parts on it as well, just to make it sound a little bit more growly when she sets off there. 6-speed manual. Interest here starts you 11, 12, 13 bid at £13,000. 14,015 with me, sir. 16 if you like. 16,500. 17,500. 18 I'm out. At £18,000, 500 fresh bidder entirely. 19,500. Fill it up to 20, sir, if you like. Great pedigree on this one. Drew Pritchard owned it twice. Liked it so much, 20,000. Stain those 500s for you, sir, if you like, if you want to come back in. Currently at £20,000. Shaking your head. Thanks for your bids anyway at £20,000. Bid now at 20,000. 500 anywhere else if you like, ladies and gentlemen, at £20,000. Celebrity vehicle, 20,500. Internet now, sir, at 20,500. 21 if you like, gentlemen. Looks good value to your auctioneer. I will say that, genuinely so. 21 if you like. Currently on the World Wide Web at 20,500. 21, thank you, gentlemen, at £21,000, and I'm on outright sale. We have a telephone hotline, I believe, directly to Drew Pritchard. We're on sale at £21,000 with a gentleman in the room. Against you at home, so I'll have to hurry you at home just to be fair to our gentleman in the room. We're selling away. Make no mistake at all on the Carrera 4S at 21,500 internet. It's in Norway, gentlemen, believe it or not. I didn't know Drew Pritchard had fans in Norway. There we go. He's got a global reach there, Paul. Can't believe it, can you? In going to Norway at 21,500. 22, oh, I'll take 750, gentlemen, if that'll help you. 21,750 in the room. Still on sale at £21,750. Against you in Norway, I'm afraid to say. Gentlemen in the room at £21,750. Fair warning at home. If you want the car, I'm going to have to sell her to the gentleman in the room at £21,750. Sold away. You bought that one, sir. Very well done indeed. Just need your paddle number, please, if you don't mind. 21,750. 607. Thanks very much indeed. 607. 21,750. Commiserations in Norway. Sorry about that one. Sold away in the room there. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is a lot 30. Lot 30 is the 1988 BMW 635 CSI. She is the Highline version, ladies and gentlemen. 635 CSI, showing round about 108,000 miles. June next year, the MOT, just 4 previous owners on it. And originally, the car came with the TRX alloys, the 390mm, the metric alloys, the TRXs. They are supplied with the car. It's been swapped over. I think she's on 16-inch alloys, I think, here. That's just because the TRXs are obviously quite expensive. But the wheels and tyres do come in addition to the ones fitted with the car. You can get her back to the absolute original spec. Host of invoices, loads of receipts in the history file. I'm in at 5.5, 6.5 bid. At £6,500, bid with me at 6,500. On the 635 CSI, 7,000. Thank you, sir. 7.5. 8 if you like. 8,000. 8,750. 9 if you like in the room. 9 bid. Thank you. My commissions are out at £9,000. Bid in the room at 9,000. On the 635 CSI at 9,000. Coming in again if you like. I'll take 250, George, on the telephone, seeing as my commission bidder bid 750. 9.5. 10,000. I'm on outright sale now at £10,000, bid at 10,000. 500 again if you like on the telephone, George. I'm selling her currently, 10.5. Great history file, 11 bid, thank you, sir. £11,000 bid in the room at 11,000. Shout if I'm missing you at the back. I did see you trying to get in earlier on at the back, but I'm still with the gentleman at the front. 11.5. You're still both out. At 11.5, I have telephone bidder. 12,000. Just shout, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to come in at the back. You're out on the telephone. You're still out at the back of the room. At £12,000 I have. Gentleman's bid. Make no mistake at all. I'm selling away at the front of the hall. On the high line, 635 CSI then at £12,000. You finished and you're done. Yours, sir. You bought that one. Very well done. Just need your paddle number, please, if you don't mind. Just need that paddle number if you don't mind. Thanks very much. It's 64. It's all right. 649. 649. £12,000 sold away. Thanks, Thomas. Another couple that's sold away, ladies and gentlemen, is the Lot 13, the Marcos prototype. That's a great car for £28,000 sold away. Lot 20, the lovely, lovely color on that one. The Bentley T1 also sold away at £10,000. We'll keep those updates coming for you as we cycle through the sale. Lot 31 is the 1971 MGB Roadster. This is another one I had a very close look at for a very good friend of mine again. In the current ownership since 2013, subject to a bare metal restoration in the year 2000, but still presents incredibly well. Toggle switch overdrive on it. Has the Ivor Searle engine, ladies and gentlemen, as well. Electronic ignition, electric fuel pump. She's been nicely upgraded with drilled disc brakes as well. Been taken on many continental tours, one of which was over 5,000 miles. Very well sorted, very well loved and used roadster, which is what we should be doing with them, of course, ladies and gentlemen, enjoying them and using them. That's the whole point of having them. Hood cover and tonneau with her as well. Interest here on the MGB starts you at 5.5, 6,500 bid with me at 6,500. On my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, at 6.5. Cracking MGB, 7,000. Thank you, sir. I've got you. 7.5. 8 if you like. No, thanks for your bids anyway. It's £7,500. Like I said, absolute cracker, this one. At £7,500. Still bid with me at 7,500. Give me a shout if I'm missing you anywhere else in the sale room. At £7,500. Still on commission. On the MGB Roadster at 7,500. British Racing Green, tan interior, 8,000. I'm out now at £8,000. Bid in the room at 8,000. Fresh bidder entirely at 8,000. Taking the commission interest out. Like I said, well loved on a 5,000-mile continental journey. That just tells you the confidence the previous owner had in this car. All the work he'd done on it. At £8,000 bid, and that is provisional. Submitting the bid on the MGB Roadster. Gentleman's bid in the room. Absolutely sure. Please look sharp if you want to come in. At £8,000, finishing. They've not come in, have they, Thomas, at home? I'm absolutely gobsmacked at home. At £8,000, it's provisional. We'll try for you, sir. 606 again. £8,000, provisional. Provisional. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, in your catalogue is lot 32, which is the 1998 Land Rover Wolf 90 300 TDI. It has a Remus upgrade. UK Ministry of Defence military spec, A direct release from the Ministry of Defence as well. And because of that, she is in absolutely cracking condition. 300 TDI, it's the turbo diesel, 5-speed, R380 gearbox on her as well, for those that know them, with the power steering. Nothing on my book, believe it or not, so you're going to have to start me away. I've heard the internet clicking away. 11,000 bid at £11,000 bid. Like I said, nothing on my book at £11,000 bid on the Remus upgrade. Land Rover Wolf 90, 300 TDI. Absolutely fabulous piece of kit this is at £11,000. It's against you in the room, ladies and gentlemen. Make no mistake at all. And everybody's hand should be up in the air at just £11,000 bid. Internet against internet bidding then with Thomas at £11,000. You're absolutely sure, ladies and gentlemen. I'll take 500 then if that'll help anybody else come in. 11.5. Still internet against internet bidding at £11,500 bid. At 11.5, 12,000. Thank you, Thomas. At £12,000 bid. You're still all very quiet in the room. At £12,000 bid. Absolutely cracking piece of kit. Looks great. Really great. Aggressive on the road as well. At £12,000 bid. Internet against internet bidding. 500 again if you want anywhere else. At £12,000. 500. Bid in the room at £12,500 bid at 12.5. 13,500. Still bid in the room at £13,500 bid at 13.5. On the Wolf 90, 300 TDI. Remus upgrade, remember. It's against you at home. Gentleman's bid in the room, and I'm submitting the bid. We are provisional now. 14,000. Great piece of kit. You know that anyway. 14.5. Bid in the room at 14,500. On the Land Rover, ladies and gentlemen, at £14,500. Needs nothing. Needs absolutely nothing, this one, whatsoever. At £14,500. You sure at home, leaving it behind. Make no mistake, it is provisional. Submitting the bid. You've seen how all those provisional bids have been converted during today's sale. Finished and done at home then at £14,500 provisionally selling in the room. We will try for you in the room. That is, all I can see is the 5. 685, thank you, 685. Was that £14,500, that one, Thomas? Provisional, yeah, 14,500, provisional. Ooh, where are we now? Lot 33, oh, sorry, my mistake there. Lot 33, oh yeah, that is right, yeah, lot 33. Starting to flag now, Thomas. We're about halfway through, aren't we? Lot 33, the 2001 Jaguar XJ 3.2 Executive V8 automatic, showing round about 70,000 miles. June next year, the MOT. In original factory spec, which is always nice to see on these. Nothing's been altered at all, just 3 former keepers, 15 stamps in that service booklet. All the MOTs back to 2004, which is its first MOT, of course. So we've got them all on file. Great history file on this one. Great color as well. No reserve whatsoever. I'm very embarrassed to say this, but because there's no reserve, if I get some commissions, I have to start them off at that. That's the way it works. I've got just £500 bid. At 5, everybody's hands, surely. At £500 bid with me at 500. 600. My commissions are out, believe it or not, at £600. What is wrong here at £600? 700, I've got you, sir. At £700, fresh bidder, you're out in the doorway. 800 internet, you're both out now. 900, back in the room at £900, bid at 900. 1,000. You sure? At £1,000. You can't let him steal it for just 1,000. 1,100. You can't let him steal it for just 1,100. You've got one already. 1,200 internet. 1,300. There's nothing to stop you buying another matching pair. You can put them either side of your sideboard. That's what Drew Pritchard would do at £1,300 bid at 1,300 on the World Wide Web. Make no mistake, you're both out, gentlemen. At 30, this is very, very little money. What is wrong here? 1,400, 70,000 miles, good colour, factory spec, all the MOTs. Back to the first one at £1,400 bid at 1,400. It's against you all in the room at just £1,400. Well, that's surprising me. At £1,400, V8, 3.2 litre executive V8. There she is. Like I said, great colour. 1,500, fresh bidder. Thank you, sir. At £1,500, bid in the room at 1,500. Fresh bidder altogether at £1,500. Coming in again if you like, Thomas, or I'll sell her away. No reserve whatsoever. Remember, it's selling to the gentleman in the room. Look sharp at home at just £1,500. Shout if I'm missing you. Thank you, sir. 1,600. This looks a cracker at this kind of money. Dear me. If we're at £3,000, maybe 1,650. You sure, sir? At 1,650, should be buying it myself. I need more room, Thomas. I need a bigger driveway. At 1,650. Finished and done. Absolutely sure. Selling away with the gentleman in the room then at 1,650 she's going to go. Sold your way, sir, at 1,650. 675. Thank you. 675. Sold at 1,650. Not a bad old bus, that one, at 1,650. And our next lot, ladies and gentlemen, in your catalogue is the 1955 Jensen 541. And I can't wait to hear what Fuzz and Paul have to say about this one.
Thank you so much, Jules. Well, this is a car of which I could never know as much as my learned colleague. Not only is he the world's leading authority on this fabulous car, he has one. So, Fuzz, over to you, mate.
Okay, so Jensen 541 has the Austin 4-litre straight-six engine introduced in 1939. It's a slow rever, but it's got tons of torque. These cars have got just brutish torque. They are wonderful GTs. And the styling, well, Eric Neal got his styling absolutely bob on. When these first were shown in 1953, then, you know, they really, really set the style for the 1950s. I personally think that a lot of other manufacturers of GTs took styling cues from these. I think Enzo Ferrari, I think it might have been, even went up to the Jensen brothers and said, I really like your racing lorries. He was referring to the big 6-cylinder 4-litre engine, petrol engine in there, which was actually used in a lot of other applications, which kind of the Jensen brothers wrong-footed themselves by that. However, they are capable of immense speeds for the time, over 120 miles per hour, book speeds. This one is a 541, so it's got the drum brakes. I believe it has overdrive fitted. It looks like it's original leather interior. It looks like it's had updated carpets. This whole bonnet just opens up. It looks magnificent under there. I love them. They're an easy car to live with. And I think, well, just the patination on this is perfect. I would just use it as it is. Enjoy it, love it. They're a great drive, and you're not going to pass another one on the road.
Well, there you go. And Fuzz, if whoever buys this car buys it for the correct money, would you be able to help them with how to fix it, how to get the bits? You're the source of all Jensen knowledge, aren't you?
Yeah, well, certainly I would. And also, of course, the other thing is it comes with a whole heap of spare parts.
Come see the spares. Come see the
It's,
spares.
yeah.
Look. It's a whole box of stuff in the back. So you're not just buying a car, you're buying all the bits to fix the car. The leather inside is exceptional. And what we haven't said so far is this was actually owned by the drummer of XTC. So it's been presented by a rock drumming legend. It was previously owned by a rock drumming legend. Maybe you're a rock drumming legend and you'd like to be the third drummer involved in this sale.
That's right, but you do not have to be a rock drummer to actually own this car. But you will look like one if you drive it.
So there you go. We're going to hand over to you, Jules, and let's run her up. Let's see if Fuzz actually has a cheeky bid himself.
Thanks, gentlemen. Rockstar status if you buy this one, ladies and gentlemen, from all that. 1955 Jensen 541 manual overdrive. Entered from a deceased estate. We would not have the car. It is entered from a deceased estate. That's the only reason she's on sale, with all the spare parts, as Paul and Fuzz have pointed out for you. Was in that ownership for 19 years. Does require some recommissioning, but we have had her up and running. Interest here on the Jensen 541 starts you at 11, 12, 13, 14 bid. At £14,000, bid with me at 14,000, 15,000, got you in the room, 16,000, 17,500, 18,000, I'm out now at £18,000, bid at 18,000 on the Jensen 541, ladies and gentlemen, at £18,000. Against my commission interest at 18,000, 18,500, 19 bids, still in the room at 19,000, against my commission interest, in the room, against your bidders there, Thomas, I'm afraid. At 19,000, sorry about that, sir, mixed you up there, at £19,000, coming in again at home, at just 19,000 on the Jensen. I'll take 500 again there, Thomas, at £19,000, 19,500, fill it up to 20 if you like in the room. Thanks for your bids anyway, sir, at £19,500, bid at 19,500. On the World Wide Web, ladies and gentlemen, on the Jensen. Do we know where this one's going, Thomas? Oh, back to, well, staying in Great Britain at 20,000. Internet against internet bidding now. At £20,000 bid at 20,000. On the Jensen 541, provisionally selling. I will submit the bid, ladies and gentlemen, at £20,000. 20,500 is that, Thomas? Thank you. We're staying those £500 increments. Next bid's 21,000. Please shout in the sale room. Please, we've still got loads in, haven't we, Thomas, in the sale room? Still a packed sale room there at 20,500 bid on the World Wide Web. Fair warning to the underbidder. Make no mistake at all. Last chance then. Submitting the bid. It is provisional. And like I said at home, you've seen how all those provisional bids have been converting to outright sales. So if you want to get clicking away, or I'm submitting the bid with Thomas at £20,500. You're all finished and done. 21,000. Thank you at home. At 21,000 on the Jensen. At 21,000, same thing applies to the underbidder. Like I said, you've seen how these provisional bids have been turning into outright sales. Don't be shy at home at £21,000. Absolutely sure. I'll take 250, Thomas. Oh, we don't need to. 21.5. Thank you. I'll take 750 now. At £21,500 bid on the Jensen. Getting closer and closer to that reserve price at £21,500. Absolutely sure at home, ladies and gentlemen. Is she worth another £250 bid, or are you going to leave her behind? Fair warning then. Last roll of the dice. Submitting the bid at £21,750. We're on sale, ladies and gentlemen. We're on sale at home, so we'll give you just a chance at home. 21,750. Thank you. At 21,700 on outright sale, ladies and gentlemen, at £21,750. No longer provisional. We've been given the nod from the owner at 21,750. Next bid's 22,000 at home. You're absolutely sure, leaving it behind. Fair warning. One last time, 22,000. Thank you at home. Still staying those 250 increments. We're on outright sale, remember, at £22,000. If you wonder why I keep looking up here, ladies and gentlemen, in the room, we've got the video feed up there. So that's the only reason I'm talking to the people at home. But just shout if I'm missing you in the room at all. At £22,000. Finished and done then, Howie. Fair warning at home. Selling away. Outright sale then at 22,000. Sold away to your clients there, Thomas, at £22,000. 3569. Expect a phone call, Fuzz, no doubt, from that new owner. Yeah, he'll be getting in contact with you. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, in your catalogues. Lot 35 is the Ford Escort RS Turbo. Let's have a look. July next year, the MOT. Photographs of a previous rebuild. We've got MOTs going all the way back to 1991 with this one. Service book has 21 stamps in her. Count them all out. Interest here. Let's have a look. Starts me away at 10, 11, 12 bid. At £12,000 bid with me at 12,000. At £12,000 bid. On my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, at £12,000. Against you all in the room at 12,000. 13,000, 14,000, sir. Still my bid at 14. 15, I'm out now at £15,000. Gentleman's bid in the room at 15,000. I'm on outright sale on the RS Turbo at £15,000. Bid in the centre of the room at £15,000. Selling it, ladies and gentlemen, at 15,000 against my commission. 15.5 internet, 16,000. Thank you, sir. At £16,000 bid in the room again. Against you at home, ladies and gentlemen, at £16,000. You're out further back as well. I've taken the gentleman in the centre. I did see you trying to bid at the back. I've taken the gentleman in the centre of the room. Make no mistake. Thanks anyway. At £16,000, bid in the room at 16,000. 500. 17,000. Thank you, gentlemen. At £17,000. Stood by the side of the car at 17,000. On the RS Turbo at 17,000. Against your clients, Thomas, and I'll have to hurry you at home. 17.5. 18 bid. Thank you, sir. At £18,000 bid. On the RS Turbo at 18,000. You're still out further back at £18,000 bid. Against you at home. Finished and done then, Howie. You're absolutely sure. Just to be fair to the gentleman in the room at 18,000. I'll take 250, Thomas. Still with the gentleman in the room. Please look sharp at home. Bid quickly if you want to. I'm selling away in the room at 18,000. Sold away, yours, sir, at 18,000. That is 682. 682. Sold away at £18,000. Thanks very much indeed in the room. Sold at 18. Here's another one that's sold, ladies and gentlemen. The absolutely lovely, like I said, I did have a good close look at this one. The MGB Roadster Lot 31 sold away at £8,500. Lot 36, ladies and gentlemen, I did hear a couple of people early doors when they were viewing. Oh, where's the Mark 1 Ford at Mexico gone? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but we sold that prior to the sale. That sold for £40,000. Hammer plus the buyer's premium, of course. So that one sold prior to the sale above the reserve price by a considerable amount. So we move on in your catalogues. Make no mistake whatsoever. Move on in your catalogue to lot 37. This is the loose auto scooter, American Dodgem. Nothing on my book for this one whatsoever. The Dodgem, there's quite a big write-up within your catalogue on these. Where do you want to be, ladies and gentlemen? Start me away. Is she worth a couple of £1,000 on the Dodgem? Put her in your man cave. On the Dodgem, ladies and gentlemen, start me away. Where do you want to be? I'll take £1,000 if you like. Thought the lady was bidding there with the pen, waving away with the pen. Always dangerous waving your pen at the auctioneer, but don't worry. Start me away at £1,000 if you like anywhere at all. Start me away at 1,000 on the Dodgem, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody wants her at all. Nobody come for her. I'll have to pass her if there's no interest whatsoever in the sale room. Start me away at £1,000, surely where. That one is not sold, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen. If you change your mind at any point during today's sale, please let me know. That one is not sold. That wasn't someone clicking away there on that one, was it? No. Right, that's okay. I was going to say I'll take it and submit it, but yeah. Lot 38. Lot 38 in your catalogues is the 1988 BMW 320 injection convertible. Very interesting back history on this car, isn't it? I mean, I won't go into it in chapter and verse, but an extremely interesting history. It was all on our website there. The 320i automatic convertible, but she has the very, very rare factory hardtop with her. Very rarely come across the hardtops. Drives and presents very well. There's 27 service stamps in the book. Been loved, been cherished all her life. Interest here. There's quite a few bids. Starts you at 6, 7, 8,000. At £8,000, bid with me at £8,000 on the BMW. At £8,000, only bid at 8,000. Provisionally submitting the bid, ladies and gentlemen, at £8,000 on my commission book. A lot of motor car here again with that hardtop. 9,000 is your bid, sir, and I'm out. At £9,000, bid up on the mezzanine at 9,000. Provisionally submitting the bid at 9,000. All my commissions are out. With the hardtop, ladies and gentlemen, at just £9,000. It is your bid, sir. I won't take you twice. I said that to the gentleman below. Don't worry at all. Bid's still with you at 9,000. Like I said, many of our competitors would be bouncing you all around the room, but we're not doing that. At £9,000 bid, up on the mezzanine at 9,000. Against you everywhere else, ladies and gentlemen, at just £9,000. Coming in on the internet if you like. Currently at 9,000. Absolutely sure, ladies and gentlemen, at just £9,000. Wow, I didn't know Jim could run. At £9,000. Fastest I've ever seen him move. At 9,000. Up on the mezzanine. Provisionally selling at £9,000. You sure? We're on sale. Thanks very much indeed, sir. At £9,000. Selling away. No longer provisional. Coming in anywhere else if you like. I'll take £250 if that'll help anybody else. Anywhere else in the sale room or around the globe where I'm selling away at £9,000. Gentleman's bid in the mezzanine at 9,000. Sold. You bought that one, sir, at 9,000. Just need your paddle number, please. Just need the gentleman's paddle number. Thanks very much. 614 at 9,000. 614. Sold away at £9,000. Thanks again, sir and madam. Thank you. Lot 39. I think it's gone to a very good home. He was shaking everybody's hand up there. He's absolutely overjoyed. Yeah, so yeah, he's just walked out of view on the mezzanine. But yeah, if you if the gentleman who's just bought the last car, if you'd like to meet the previous owner's in the room, right at the front of the room. So if you want to make yourself known, we can put you both in touch. What a lovely car that BMW was. Lot 39, ladies and gentlemen, in your catalogue. Lot 39 is the 2007 Saab 9.3 Aero Anniversary 2-litre T convertible. Great cars, these. Just 4 former keepers. Very enjoyable driving experience, it says here. I can vouch for that. One of my friends has one of these, or did have one of these, beg your pardon. Doesn't have it any longer. Showing round about 111,000 miles. Manual transmission on this one. February next year, the MOT. Just 4 former keepers. There's only 101 left on the UK roads. matching set of tyres fitted last year, passed that MOT with no advisories whatsoever. Interest here on the Saab Aero anniversary. There's no reserve whatsoever. I'm in at £1,000. So just £1,000 bid with me at 1,000. Against you all in the room at £1,000. Coming 1,200, 1,400. Still with me at £1,400. Bid at 1,400. At £1,400. On my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, at 1,400. 1,600. I'm going to make sure I need to get on the right leg here. 1,700 with me. Sorry about that, Thomas. At 1,700. Those two commissions were just tripping me up if I wasn't careful. It's £1,700 bid. On the 9.3 Aero convertible. 18. Oh, I'm still wrong here. 1,800. I've got to get this right. Dear me. 18. I can't get this one right actually. At 1,850. At 1,850. Sack the auctioneer. He's rubbish. At 1,850. Bid with me at 1,850. Coming in again if you like at home at 1,850. 1,900. Now I'm right. 2,000. At £2,000 bid at 2,000. Bit of a mess there, but we've got there eventually, ladies and gentlemen, at £2,000. Two commission bidders there at £2,000. Bid with me at 2,000. On the Saab 9.3 Aero convertible. Great cars, these. 2-1. Thank you, sir. I've got you in the room. You've taken all my commissions out. Thanks for sorting that out at 2,100. Bid in the room at 2,100. Against my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, against you at home on the World Wide Web. Look sharp at home. I'm selling away. No reserve, remember. 2-2. 2-3. Thank you, sir. At £2,300 bid at 2-3. They have a great road presence, these, at £2,300 bid. Proper convertible at 2,300. Against you at home. Fair warning at home. Please look sharp to be fair to the gentleman in the room at £2,300. I'm selling away. Then you finished and done at home. 2-4. I'll take 50, sir. 2,450. Thank you. Back in the room at 2,450 bid. Against you at home again at 2,450. 2-5. I'll stain those £50 notes for you, sir. 2,550. Thank you. Back in the game at £2,550 bid. Like I said, shouts if I'm missing you anywhere in the room at 2,550 bid in the room. Against you at home. Fair warning. One last time. Selling away at 2,526. 50. Thank you, sir. At 2,650. I'll have to hurry you this time at home. Selling away. Fair warning then at 2,650. Taking pity on you there, sir. At 2,650. Well done. 676. 676. £2,650 sold away. Thanks very much indeed. Next lot in your catalogue, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 40, which is the 1968 Austin Mini Cooper S. And again, it's over to Fuzz and Paul for a little bit more detail on this particular lot.
Well. Thanks, Jules. Now we are standing next to motoring legend.
I know. There's nothing not to love about this car, really. This is, for me, everything a cool Mini should have. So you've got external hinges, you've got slidey windows, you've got twin fillers, all the things. It's a 68 Cooper Mark II, 1275. There's a reason this car is described as iconic, and this car is it.
Yeah, that's right. You missed off one of the most important things, which is that the wipers park over on the driver's side. Now, you know that I'm pretty particular about I'm obsessed with windscreen wipers. This car presents brilliantly. And of course, this dates from 1968, when the Beatles were making the White Album, or the Beatles as it's known. And also, what film was in production?
The Italian Job.
Yeah, start of production of that. So just imagine, this is from that era. This is the car of dreams. I went to go and see The Italian Job in the late 1960s when I was a kid, and I came away a changed boy. I just thought these cars are the absolute coolest, and it's no different now.
No, they haven't changed. This is still really relevant, very usable classic that keeps pace with modern traffic. You can see here, look, just look at this. I won't even go through it because basically it's had everything: bare metal, repaint, full restoration, pretty much every new part on this car. AMK Engineering have done all the work. It's only done 1,400 miles since its restoration. So you're buying probably a car, I would guess, that's cost about 40 grand to restore to this standard because it's exceptionally good. New carpets, new panels, new paint, correct original mini lights, just a stack of money spent that you don't have to spend.
Yeah, that's right. You couldn't do it for the price, really.
You couldn't. So bearing that in mind, we've estimated this at 24 to 28. But Jules, let's see what she's worth.
Here we go again. Thank you, gentlemen. 1968 Austin Mini Cooper S. The boys have told you all about it there. Nothing really left for me to say. Like they said, just 1,400 miles she's covered since that restoration. MOT till next October. Interest here on it starts your way at 12, 13, 14 bid. At £14,000 bid with me at 14,000. 15, thank you, sir. I've got you 16,000. 17,000, 18,000, 19 if you like, 19,500, 20 if you like. Thank you, sir. At £20,000, all mine commissions are out. At £20,000 bid in the room on the Cooper S twin tank at 20,000. Oh, are you out, Jim, already? Still with the gentleman then at £20,000 bid in the room at 20,000 on the Cooper S at £20,000. Make no mistake whatsoever, ladies and gentlemen, I will submit the bid at just 20,000. Great machinery here at £20,000. All the right bits on this one at £20,000 bid in the room. Absolutely sure everywhere else. I'll stay in 500s if that'll help you all, but at £20,000 I have. Gentleman's bid. Absolutely sure. Finished and done. Submitting it then. It is provisional on the Cooper S then at £20,000 in the room. We'll try for you, sir. A little bit away, but you never know. 652, thank you. 652, £20,000 provisional. Provisional. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 41, which is the Porsche 944. She's from 1984 in the original factory specification, showing round about 40,000 miles there on the clock. July next year, the MOT. She was recently recommissioned, back onto the road, had been in dry storage all the way since 2006, has the removable roof panel on her as well. I'm told she drives and presents very well indeed. The Porsche 944, quite a bit of interest here on my book, and I'm in at 5.5, 6.5 bid. At £6,500 bid with me at 6,500, 7,500, 8,500. Thanks for your bids anyway. At £8,500 I have, and I'm on sale already, ladies and gentlemen, at £8,500 on the Porsche 944. Commission interest with me at £8,500 bid. Selling outright, no longer provisional, at £8,500 bid. On my commission book then at £8,500. Next bid's 9 if you want to come in, ladies and gentlemen. Nice example, the 944, recently recommissioned. Been in dry storage since 2006 at £8,500. She's sure in the room. You're sure at home. I'm selling her away then. Commission buyer at £8,500 then against you all. You're finished and done. Sold away at £8,500. Let's have a look. That's 3020. Sold away at 8,500. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 42. 1972 Ford Capri 3-litre GT. It's the Essex V6, of course, in these. One of only 32 examples registered on UK roads. This one's come from South Africa, the dry climates of South Africa. We've got all those import papers as well there within the documents file. Looks great. I know it looks white on your screen at home. I can't really emphasize how great this car looks. It's actually in a baby blue, a very, very pale blue with those black stripes. Really does set the car apart, this one. Looks great on the road, doesn't it? Stance on this car is great. Interest here on the Capri starts you at just 11, 12 bid. At £12,000 bid with me at 12,000. On the Ford Capri 3-litre GT, the Essex V6 Capri at £12,000 bid with me at 12,000. On my commission book again, ladies and gentlemen, at £12,000. On the Ford Capri, ladies and gentlemen, at 12,000. Against you in the room. Against you around the globe on the World Wide Web as well at just £12,000. 3-litre GT from South Africa at £12,000. Still on my commission book then at 12 bid. It's against you all, ladies and gentlemen, at £12,000. On the Capri. Absolutely sure, ladies and gentlemen, at just £12,000. Next bid's 13 if you want to come in anywhere around the globe or in the sale room at 12,000. 13 bid at £13,000. My commission's out at 13 bid. It is your bid, sir, at £13,000. That's the one at £13,000 bid at 13,000. Absolutely sure. Taking my commission out then at £13,000 in the room. I'll take 500 anywhere else if that'll move the bids on, or I will submit the bid rather reluctantly, of course, but at £13,000, finished and done everywhere else. Try for you at 13,000, 606, isn't it? 606, provisional at 13,000. Next lot in your catalogues, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 43, which is the 2000 BMW M5, and it's back to Fuzz and Paul.
Well, I've got to say, this is a stonking car, Jules. I could happily use this on a regular basis, doing some long miles, but it's 2000 model. It's 22 years old. You could turn up to any classic event in this, and you should be welcome in it. I think it's a great one. Now, I think you would probably do a little bit more of the boy racer thing with this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, don't forget, this is an M5 manual, very desirable spec. It's in carbon black, which is the weirdest BMW colour because carbon black is metallic blue. Very, very cool M colour. It's got the Silverstone leather. It's got all the right spec, including the roof. Mega service history, mega MOT history, and just the right miles. It's only done 92,000 miles with loads of old MOTs. It's been looked after. Again, another great vendor that's put new Michelins on to sell it. And I always think you can tell a vendor by what do they do to prep a car for sale. The most expensive tyre you can find to get it ready.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the money's been spent on this car. It is well looked after. It's well presented. And basically, you're straight in the show with a show car here.
Yeah, it's good. It's fast, it's quick, it's usable, it's going to appreciate, and M cars are always very good news. So bid away, bid with confidence. And Jules, let's see what she makes.
Great bit of machinery here, the BMW M5. Just 2 owners from new, showing 92,000 miles there or thereabouts. MOT'd into August 23. Interest here starts you at 11, 12, 13,000. Bid with me at 13,000. On the BMW M5 at just 13,000. Against you in the room, ladies and gentlemen, at 13,000, 14,000, 15 bid. 15, 5, 16, still with me at 16,000. Thanks for your bids anyway. It's £16,000. Still bid on commission at £16,000. On the M5 at 16,000. Next bid, 16.5. I'll be fair. I'll stay in those 500s, ladies and gentlemen. At £16,000. Bid with me at 16.5. Thank you. You're back in at 16,500. 17 with me, though, I'm afraid to say. Just thought I'd give you a little bit of jeopardy there, but at £17,000. Still with bid with me on commission at 17,000. Coming in again if you like anywhere else. Thanks for your bids anyway. It's £17,000 I have on my commission book, ladies and gentlemen. It is provisional. Submitting the bid then at 17,000. Against you in the room. Against you at home as well. On the BMW M5 at just £17,000. On my commission book then, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely sure at £17,000 you finished and done. Provisional at 17,000. That's 5 at 2, 2, 2. 5 and all the twos there. Provisional. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, in your catalogue. We'll let you know, of course, our commission bidder as soon as we possibly can if we get an update. Lot 44. Here's a nice car. I drive a TT myself. Mine's a V61 3.2 litre. But again, I had a close look at this. This one is fabulous from head to tail. The 2002 Audi TT Quattro 225. Showing round about 53,000 miles. Manual gearbox on it. March next year, the MOT. She is the S-Line model, which means she's been lowered. Correct factory specification for the S-Line. With the full book pack. Has the red leather interior. Pretty jealous with of this one. Nice looking car. Interest here starts your way at 3,000, 3,2, 3,4, 3,6, 3,8. At £3,800, bid with me at £3,800. On the Audi TT, 4,000. Is your bid, sir, at £4,000? Bid in the room at 4,000. On the Audi TT, at just £4,000. Taking my commissions out at £4,000 bid in the room. With someone who knows a good car when he looks at one at £4,000 bid. Don't tell everybody, is that what you said, at £4,000? On the Audi, 4.2, fresh bidder. It's a cracker. I run one myself. All right, mine's a V6. You used to own this one. Well, you must have it back. It's the right spec, isn't it? This is the one. I know I've got a 3.2 litre. Everybody wants the 225 turbos. No, you can't let him have it. It doesn't work like that. So at £4,200, I'll take 4.3 if you like. 4.3. It's against you at 4,300. 4.4. £4,400 bid at £4,400. In the room at 4,400. It is provisional. Submitting the bid at 4,400. Absolute cracker, this one. Low mileage. Right colour. Right interior. Right alloys, everything's right about this one at 4,400. It is provisional, submitting the bid. You're absolutely sure everywhere else, ladies and gentlemen, at just £4,400. You're finished and you're done. Provisional 606 at 4,400. Provisional. That'll be a great car if that comes off. Again, no room on my driveway. I should do a song. I think I'll get Fuzz to give me some lyrics for that. No room on my driveway. Lot 45 in your catalogue, ladies and gentlemen, is the Mazda MX-5. Montana, limited edition. One of only 250, I believe this one is. Showing round about 97,000 miles on the clock. October next year, the MOT. With the hard top, ladies and gentlemen. Very handy thing to have. And it's probably worth about £400, that hard top. Great service history. Tan leather on, it's like a stony coloured. I said tan, but it's probably stone, isn't it? Looking there, stone leather. Drives and presents very well indeed. No reserve whatsoever. And I'm straight in, no messing about at 22, 24, 26. At £2,600 bid with me at 2,600. On the Montana, limited edition, Mazda MX-5 at £2,600 bid with me. No reserve, remember, ladies and gentlemen, at £2,600. Great car here for just 2,600. You're missing it in the room. 2.8. Thank you, sir. I've got you now at 2,800. All my commissions are out. At £2,800 bid in the room. On the limited edition, Mazda MX-5 Montana at 2,800. Definitely thought the internet would be in on this one, Tom. At £2,800 bid in the room. 3,000. Fresh bidder. 3.2. You sure, sir? It's a good one. I've looked at this one again myself. Limited edition. One of 250. Great interior. With the tonneau it had as well when I sat in it. You sure? Currently at 3,200. I'll take 3.3 if it'll help you. Currently at £3,200. You're absolutely sure. Great colour combination. 3.3, thank you. 3.4. Too slow on the internet, by the way, Thomas. Still with a gentleman at 3,400. One of only 250 in this colour. At 3.4 bid. Coming in again if you like. At £3,400. Have to hurry you, just to be fair to the gentleman in the room who's bidding. 3.5. 3.6. Thank you, sir. At 3,600. You're out. Thanks very much indeed for coming back in. Currently with the gentleman in the room at 3.6. Last chance on the internet. Fair warning this time from your auctioneer. Just to be fair to the gentleman in the room at £3,600. You're finished and done. Sold away. Yours, sir. 676. What a lovely car that one was. At £3,600 was that one? Yeah. Sold away. Lot 46, ladies and gentlemen, in your catalogue is the 2005 Mini Cooper S convertible. MOT till next September. Nearly a full year's MOT on there, isn't there? Showing round about 70,000 miles, just 3 former keepers on the logbook, 8 service stamps in the service booklet, with a fully operational power hood as well. Has those upgraded 17-inch bullet alloy wheels. Makes the car look a lot better in my personal opinion. There we are. Nothing on my book on the Cooper S convertible. Start me away. Where do you want to be? Start me away at £1,500. Worth that all day long in a country mile, of course. Start me away at £1,500. And again, I know I've said it before, everybody's hands should be in the air for £1,500. Somebody's is. Thank you, sir. At £1,500, we're off and running. 2005 Mini Cooper S convertible for £1,500. Are we all awake at home, Thomas, do you think? At 1,500 bid. 16, thank you. Fresh bidder at £1,600. Absolutely for nothing at £1,600 bid at 1,600. Cooper S. Everybody's looking at each other going, should I have a bid? Yes, you should. At £1,600. 1,700, thank you. Fresh bidder. 1,800. Incredibly little money here. 1,900. Good detail on this. If you change those stripes, I know they look a bit scruffy, those stripes. If you change those, it would look a lot better. 2 if you like. 2 bid. No, thanks for your bids anyway, sir. At £2,000 bid at 2,000. In the room at £2,000. Submitting the bid. It is provisional. At £2,000 coming in. I'll stay in £100 increments. Don't be frightened, ladies and gentlemen. 2-1. Thank you. You're back in, sir. 2-2. Thanks anyway for coming back in. You said no once. You may say yes again. You never know. If I hang on long enough at 2,200. Thanks anyway. At £2,200 bid on the Mini Cooper S convertible. Provisionally. Submitting the bid then. Gentleman's bid in the room at £2,200 only. Try for you there, Andy, at 2,200. That is 685. 685. 2,200. provisional. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 47, which is the 1984 Mercedes-Benz 230 CE. And again, we're over to Fuzz and Paul for the lowdown on this one.
Well, thank you very much, Jules. I have to say I have a huge passion for the 123s because they are just built like they will never build a car again. If you look at things like the door handles, which are cast, if you look inside at these incredible little fillet plates on the back of the mirror casings themselves, these were the epitome of a car that was built up to a quality rather than down to a price. My favorite story about the 123 is when they stopped making this car in Stuttgart, the taxi drivers, who were the biggest customer base for this car, protested. They actually protested outside the factory that Mercedes stopped building these because the 124, which is a brilliant car, just isn't as good as this.
No, and this one is absolutely stonking. There's a few little bits that you probably want to replace, like drop window rubbers, but this car is 38 years old. It's nearly 40 years old, which is almost as old as me. So there are one or two little things needing doing, a bit like myself, but it presents beautifully well. It doesn't look like it's needed much paint work and all that kind of stuff. The interior is beautiful. It's lovely. It's not sagging. It's just a great time warp piece.
Yeah, and it's a 230 CE, so it's the 2.3. It's got the auto box, which is probably the nicest all-round cruiser that delivers half sensible MPG. Really, all it needs is some window scraper trimmed, a little bit of powder coating on the air deflector, probably a bit of a mop and correct. And then in a weekend or a week's work, you would have a really nice club-level concours car and maybe just a tiny bit of trim painting. What a nice thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a fresh MOT on it already, so you can drive it away if you're insured. It's a great car. I think anybody who buys this is not going to be disappointed with it whatsoever.
And do you know what I like about this most, Fuzz? This screams old money, doesn't it? Not trying.
That's right, yeah. It's a very cool car. It's a cool cruiser. If you buy it, you'll be looking cooler than him.
Yeah, so Jules, over to you, and let's see what she fetches.
Here we go. Thank you, gentlemen. 1984 Mercedes-Benz 230 CE. What a lovely motor car. Very understated styling on these. Showing 88,000 miles, 230 CE, automatic. October next year, the MOT. Great service history. Another one that drives and presents very well indeed. Just two former keepers as well. I've got lots of interest on my commission book. I'm in. Let's have a look at 5.5. 6 bid at 6,000 bid, 6.5. I've got 7. I'm sorry about that, Thomas. Sorry about that at home. My commissions take preference. They've already been submitted at £7,000 bid at 7,000. 7.5 got you in the room. £8,000 bid with me, still on commission at 8,000. 8.5. My commissions are out. I'm on outright sale on the internet. You're still out in the room at £8,500 bid on the World Wide Web, ladies and gentlemen, at 8,500. Best we've ever seen. Genuinely so. Absolute corker. 230 CE automatic. Like I said, very understated. Understated colour as well. Just oozes elegance, these cars. At £8,500 bid on the World Wide Web. You're still out in the room. 9 bid. Internet against internet bidding now at £9,000. Really can't stress you at home. If you haven't viewed this car, you will not be disappointed when you come to pick this one up. She is lovely. At £9,000 bid at 9,000. 9.5. Thank you at home at £9,500 bid at 9,500. 10,000. Thank you. Still going at home at 10,000. We'll stay in those 500s, Tom, by the way, at £10,000 bid at 10,000. Like I said, you genuinely will not be disappointed with this one. You'd have to wait a very long time, travel a very long way to try and find another one in this condition. 10.5. Still bid at home at £10,500 bid at 10,500. Genuinely the best we've seen. At £10,500. Coming in again if you like at home. I'll take 250, Tom, if that'll help them at home. Currently at 10,500. Internet against internet bidding at £10,500. 750. Thank you, Tom. At £10,750 bid. Just shout in the room if you want to come in at all. Absolute cracker. At 11,750. You sure at home? Fair warning from your auctioneer this time. At £10,750. Fill it up to 11 if you want to return, or you're leaving her behind. Finished and done. We're on outright sale, and I'm selling away on the Mercedes then at £10,750. Finished and done. Sold away at 10,750. Like I said, you'll be absolutely overjoyed. 3617, you will be overjoyed when you come and pick that car up. Another one that's sold as well, lot 44, the fabulous Audi TT with that cracking red leather interior. Should have bought it myself. Shows what you do when you hesitate. Sold away at £4,400. Next lot in your catalogue is lot 48, which is the 1967 Jaguar S-Type 3.4 litre. Let's have a look here. Manual overdrive with power steering, ladies and gentlemen. Has been upgraded to an alternator, alloy radiator. Lots of work done on her. New overdrive units as well, I see there. Interest with me on the S-Type starts you at 6.5, 7 bid. At £7,000. Bid with me at 7,000. On the S-Type Jaguar at just £7,000. Next bid 7.5. Currently at £7,000. On my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, at just 7,000. You're all out in the room. You're absolutely sure. Absolutely no money here at £7,000. Jaguar S-Type. What's wrong here, ladies and gentlemen? At just £7,000. S-Type Jaguar. Original leather interior there at £7,000. Nobody wants her. Nobody come for her at all. At £7,000 on the S-Type. Absolutely sure. Commission interest here with me. Another 500 if you like, anywhere in the room. For nothing, surely. At £7,000, you're all shaking your heads. Can't tempt you on this one. At £7,000, 500 at home. Nobody wants it. I do have that commission bid. I'm too far away. Can't put her on sale at that. Too far away. 7.5, and I will try now at 7.5. Thank you at home. Provisional at £7,500. On the World Wide Web then at £7,500. Jaguar S-Type at £7,500. You sure at home? Finished and done then. It is provisional with Thomas at £7,500. Try for your client there, Thomas, at £7,500, but that is very provisional, I'm afraid to say. 987. Thank you at home. See what we can do for you. You never know. Lot 49 in your catalogue is the MG Magnet ZB. Sorry about that, Thomas. MG Magnet ZB, there we are. Just 4 former keepers on this one. Presents very well. Our vendors put inertia reel seat belts in the rear. Benefits from a full brake overhaul as well. Other mechanical work done just a couple of years ago, along with some doorpost repairs, I noticed. There was just under £5,000 spent on it 2 years ago. Loads of invoices, MOT certificates in the history file as well. Nice reg on this one as well. The registration number is Whiskey Juliet Whiskey 600. Nice reg on her as well. There we are. MG Magnet. Nothing on my book on this one. Start me away at 5,000. On the MG Magnet. Start me at £5,000. Surely we're in the room. Start me at 5,000. Good motor car there for just £5,000. Nothing on my book, like I said. On the MG Magnet, ladies and gentlemen. Start me at 5,000. And she had that spent on her, remember? Just to get her back up and running on the road. Start me away at 5,000, surely. Nice reg, Whiskey Juliet Whiskey 600. Surely that reg is worth £1,500. Start me away at 5,000. On the MG, like I said, nothing on my commission book, I'm afraid to say. Leaving her behind in the room. Nobody wants her at all. I'm not prepared to start her below that, I'm afraid. I have a reserve on her, of course. Start me away at 5,000 or I'll have to pass her if there's no interest from you at all. That one is not sold then, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen. If you do have a change of heart during the sale or even tomorrow, please have a word with our provisional bid team. They'll let you know where you need to be, but that one is not sold at this particular point in time. Next lot in your catalogues, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 50, which is the first of 3 1993 Volkswagen Golf GTI Sportline Cabriolets. This one has the absolutely original and correct factory specification. MOT till next September. One of only 449. Service pack with this one with 19 stamps, loads of invoices, and 19 previous MOT certificates as well. Absolute stunner, this one, the Sportline. And I'm in at 5.5, 6.5 bid. At £6,500 bid with me at 6,500. On the Sportline convertible, ladies and gentlemen, at 6.5, 7,500. Coming in again if you like, sir. 8 if you like. It's the best of the 3 in my opinion. 8 bid, my commission's out. At £8,000 bid, it is provisional in the room at 8,000. On the Sportline, factory correct specification on this one at £8,000. I know we've got 2 more to come, but this is the correct factory spec at £8,000, bid in the room at 8,000, and it is provisional. Coming in again, if you like, anywhere else for another 500. Currently at £8,000. Gentleman's bid in the room. Standing bidder then at 8,000. Submitting the bid. You sure everywhere else? At £8,000 then finished and done in the room. Try for you, sir, at 8,000. It is provisional. Number 600. 600 at £8,000. Provisional. Next lot is lot 51, 1981 Honda Prelude, the 1.6 litre Honda Prelude Coupe there. It's an automatic, believed to be one of only 4 that are left. Certainly only 4 that are known to the DVLA. In the original factory spec, MOT till next August with no advisories on that MOT, ladies and gentlemen. There is no reserve on this whatsoever. I do have some commission interest. I'm in, let's have a look at, I've got to be careful here. These are close together. 11, 12, 1,300. At £1,300, bid with me at 1,300. On my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, at £1,300. On the Honda Prelude at 1,300. 1,400, 15 bid. Still on my commission book at £1,500. You're still out at home. You're out in the room as well. At £1,500 I have on my commission book. You're out, I'm afraid there, Thomas. You're out at home at just £1,500. Coming in anywhere else if you like. On the Honda Prelude. One of only 4 that's known to the DVLA at 1,600. Thank you. Sorry, George, I didn't know we had a telephone on this. 1,600. That's what I mean by shout if I miss you. At £1,600, bid at 1,600. Telephone bidder now against the internet, against my commission. At £1,600. You're sure at home, leaving it behind. Make no mistake, 1 of 4 known to the DVLA with the MOT. Can't believe it. £1,600. Nobody else wants her. I'm going to sell her away on the telephone with George. Bargain of the sale of the century. Do you remember sale of the century? That was from our studios in Norwich. At £1,600, selling away then, finished and done. Yours, George, you bought it at £1,600. 2011. Thanks very much indeed. Sold away on the telephone. 2011. Next lot is a lot 52 in your catalogues. Here's an interesting piece of kit. 1954 Trojan recovery truck. And we're going to hear all about this one from Fuzz and Paul.
Okay, so thank you very much, Jules. And so, yeah, this is an indeed very, very rare and interesting vehicle. You don't often see a Trojan on the roads now. I mean, obviously famous for their little micro cars and stuff like that, and also earlier on for their epicyclic driven cars, which were lightweight cars. But this is a utility vehicle and would be brilliant if it were on the front of a forecourt. If you've got a classic motor garage, I suppose that's like me, actually. Yeah. It'd be great on the forecourt there, just as an advertising piece. But let me tell you, actually, I used to have an old pickup truck.
Did you?
Tow truck, yeah. And what I used to do with it was I used to change engines outside the front of my house. So I could.
I bet your neighbours loved you.
I could drive up to the back, drive up to the front of the car, which the engine I was taking out, and just lift it out, hoik it out, drive it forwards, drop it down. Great little piece of kit.
It is, and what we can say about this is the paintwork is absolutely beautiful on this, incredibly well prepared for a commercial. So you've got almost show quality paint, really nice, sort of original looking interior. It's had obviously a working life, this one, but whoever's done the restoration has spent a lot of time and money making it really good. All of the jib and lifting gear at the back all works as well. So I can tell you what you could do with this. If you bought this incredible looking truck, you could take this to Goodwood Revival, and I pretty much guarantee they will invite you to sit in the paddock with this, because it's so perfect. 50s, 60s recovery stuff in the middle of a revival event, I would imagine will go down like 3 sweets. And have a look inside. It would be a steady but lovely journey to whichever event you wanted to take it to. You could drive it there, but find me another, as we say in the motor trade. Find me another.
That's true. It does have a Perkins diesel engine in there, so that should be relatively easy to live with. You know, you've got a cold start facility on there, so they're pretty reliable. And all in all, you've got a very simple underframe. I've had a look underneath it. Looks pretty solid to me. I think you won't be going anywhere very fast in it, but you'll be going in style.
But also, all of your mates that have classic cars will be ringing you up to rescue them, and you can charge for that. So if you just look at that over the course of a few years, you can make some of the purchase price back.
Yeah, you could do. I think that's asking there.
Yeah. Jules, over to you.
Thanks very much indeed, gentlemen. Yep. The 1954 Trojan recovery truck. I have to say this has your name written all over it, Fuzz, really. With the bulletproof 1500cc Perkins diesel engine, Harvey Frost crane on her as well. Let's have a look at this one, the Trojan recovery truck. Interest here starts me away at £5,500. Bid with me at £5,500. On the recovery truck, ladies and gentlemen, at £5,500. Bid at £5,500. It's against you all in the room, ladies and gentlemen, at just £5,500. Absolutely for free. £6,500. Still with me at £6,500. Bid at £6,500. Coming in again, if you like, at £6,500. 7 if you like on the telephone, Jim. 7,500. Still with me at £7,500. Bid at £7,500. Coming in again, if you like, at £7,500. At £7,500 bid with me against you on the telephone. Shaking your head on the telephone then. Still on my commission book. Finished and done then. Out on the telephone. Absolutely sure at £7,500. Finished and done then on my commission book at £7,500. Provisional, ladies and gentlemen, at £7,500. That is 5419. 5419. £7,500. Ooh, let's have a look. Next lot in your catalogue. Sorry about that, Thomas. Next lot in your catalogue is lot 53, which is the very, very cute, aren't they? 1969 Fiat 500L, showing round about 89,000 kilometers. That equates to 55,000 miles. Imported from Italy 8 years ago, fitted with front inertia seatbelts, so a little bit safer. Rollback sunroof on this one with the rear luggage rack and the wicker basket. Sets the car off very, very nice. Like I said, very cute cars, these. With the car cover as well. Let's have a look. Ready to go, it says here in my notes. Fiat 500L. Interest here starts you at £3,500 bid. Can you believe it? At £3,500 bid with me at £3,500. Against you in the room at £3,500. Next bid's 4 if you want to come in. Currently at £3,500. Fiat 500 at £3,500. Everybody's hand should be up. Thomas's is £4,500. Thomas, still with me at £4,500 bid. At £4,500 on the little Fiat 500 at just £4,500. Again, another one that's absolutely for buttons here at £4,500. See her on the big screen there? Negotiating the roundabouts. 5,000 is your bid on the World Wide Web at £5,000. There's Will putting her through the paces at £5,000 bid at 5,000. Suits you, Will, that one at £5,000. They say cars are like suits, don't they? Like a sharp Italian suit. Well, there we are. Sharp Italian suit at £5,000 bid on the World Wide Web. 5,500. Thank you. On the telephone at £5,500. You got your charge now at £5,500. Too busy bigging up the driver at £5,500. On the telephone now, you're out at home at £5,500. It is provisional. I'll take £750, Thomas. Provisional, very close to the reserve at £5,500. On the little Fiat 500. Shouts if I'm missing you in the room, ladies and gentlemen. Great car here for not much money whatsoever. Currently on the telephone with George at £5,500. You're out at home. You're absolutely sure, leaving it behind, and it is provisional. Like I said, you've seen how those provisionals have converted into sales at £5,750, if you like, or I'm submitting the bid on the telephone at £5,500. Yours, George, at £5,500. That is provisional. $2,001. Thank you very much indeed, George, on the telephone. It is provisional, not a million miles away. We'll be back to your client as soon as we possibly can. Lot 54. Here's a little bit of fun, ladies and gentlemen. Lot 54 is the 1987 Austin Mini Piccadilly. Very extensively modified to a very high standard, showing just 42,000 miles. September next year, the MOT. I really like the look of this. It's like you've been tangoed, isn't it, in orange? It's got the orange and probably off-white. I don't think it's cream. I think it's off-white, the interior, orange and off-white. I might be wrong, might be my eyes there. But a very high, unique specification on this one with the mini lights, with the modern lamps as well, which look great there, those lamps. You certainly won't pass anything as unique as this on the road or indeed at any kind of mini event. With the book pack, and that fresh MOT. On the Mini Piccadilly, I've got 3.5, 3,750 bid at £3,750. Bid with me at 3,750. Next bid's 4,000 if you want to come in, ladies and gentlemen, currently at 3,750. On the Mini Piccadilly at £3,750. Nice slice of fun here at 3,750. Looks great on the road as well at 3,750. 4,250. Still with me, sir, at £4,250. 4,500. 4,600. 7 if you like. Bid at 4,700. I'm out. At £4,700 bid in the room. Gentleman's bid in the room at 4,700. On the Mini Piccadilly. Unique one-off vehicle here at £4,700. Absolutely sure everywhere else at just £4,700. Lots of work gone into this car to make her so unique at 4,700 against my commission interest. Gentleman's bid in the room, and it is provisional. Submitting the bid then. Absolutely sure everywhere else. Fair warning then at 4,700 with the gentleman in the room. We'll try for you again, sir, at 4,700. 600. Thank you. 600 at 4,700 bid provisional. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 55. It's the 1993 Volkswagen Golf GTI Sportline Cabriolet. The second of 3 we have. I know it says one of only 63. We've been very greedy, haven't we? We've managed to corral 3 of the 63 examples into one sale for you. Who would believe it? This one's MOT'd until next September. Just about a full year's MOT on it. 11 entries in the service booklet on this one. MOTs all the way, well, it says MOTs back here to 1993, but of course the first one would have been 1996. So I'm sure it's back to 96, just a typo in your catalogues. Original spec, the BBS wheels, has had some tasteful modifications. She's running an AP coilover kit, probably makes her look a little bit more aggressive on the road. Front splitter, there's aftermarket front lights, but she doesn't look any the worse for it, in my honest opinion. Lot 55, the Sportline Cabrio, and again, commission interest with me starts you at 4.5, 5.5 bid at £5,500 bid with me at 5.5. On the Sportline Cabriolet at 5,500. 6,500, Thomas. Still with me at £6,500 bid at 6,500. On the Sportline Cabriolet, 6,500. Coming in if you like anywhere else. Fill it up to 7 if you like at home at £6,500. Like I said, very tastefully modified this one at 6,500. 7,000 I'm out on this one at 7 bid. At £7,000 bid with you at home, ladies and gentlemen, at just £7,000. Coming in again if you like for another 500 at £7,000 on the second of the 3 sport lines we have in today's sale at £7,000. Absolutely sure everywhere else. I'll take 250 if that'll help you. Currently at £7,000 on the World Wide Web against you all in the room. You're all shaking your heads. Absolutely sure at home as well. At £7,000, then it is provisional on the second of the 3 sport lines we have in the sale. Provisional, Thomas. We'll try for you at £7,000. 3423 at home. Thank you. We'll be back through to you with an answer as soon as we possibly can. Once we've spoken to the vendor, they might want to wait for all 3 of them to see where the bids are to decide what they're doing, no doubt. Lot 56 in your catalogue. 1996 Ford Escort RS2000, the 4x4. Just one former keeper, ladies and gentlemen. 63,500 miles. Original and correct factory specification. She's not been messed about with at all, with the sunroof and the book pack. Has been in storage since 2009. She's running and driving those. I'm sure you've seen on the website. Only 350 were manufactured and sold for road use back in the day. There we are. No reserve whatsoever. Nothing on my books. So you guys and gals are going to have to tell me where you want to be. I've heard the internet pinging away. Anybody want to start me off at £1,000? 1,000, 1,200, 1,500, 1,800, 2,000. Like I said, I've heard the internet pinging away, sir. Sorry about that. At £2,000 with the internet. 2,200 I've got in the room, Thomas. At 2,200. Gentleman's been in the room. He's back in. No reserve whatsoever. 2,400, 2,600. Against you on the internet. Against you everywhere else in the room. At £2,600, I have been in the room. 2,800, 3,000. Thank you, sir. At £3,000. One former keeper, 63,500 miles. Factory correct. 3,200 I've got in the room. Fresh bidder in the room at 3.2, 3.4, 3.6, 3.8, 4,200, 4.3, 4.4, 4.5, 4.6, 4.7, 4.8, 4.9, 5,000. I'll stay in the hundreds for you, sir. 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, 5.4, 5.5, 5.6, 5.7, 5.8. Can't get the internet in. It's pinging away. 5.9, 6,000. They're trying to catch up with you. 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, 6.4, 6.5, 6.6, 6.7, 6.8, 6.9, 7,000. Still staying hundreds if you like, so you sure? Thanks for your bids anyway. At £7,000, bid at 7,000. I can take you now, Thomas, on the internet. They've been pinging, ping, ping, ping. Couldn't get in at 7,000. 7.1, 7.2. Against you at home. Still with a gentleman in the room at £7,200, bid at 7,200. Wouldn't like to play poker with you, sir. You look like you were finished at £1,000. Still in. You're still in at 7.2. I really thought you were just the one bid at 1,000. At 7,200. Well played. At 7,200. Against you at home. Fair warning. Have to hurry. You're selling away in the room at £7,200. Thank you very much indeed, sir. You bought her at 7,200. I know you're going to enjoy that one. 605. Thanks very much indeed at 7,200. Sold away. Here's another one sold away as well. Lot 40, the twin tank Mini Cooper 1275S. Sold away at £21,000. We'll keep those provisionals coming for you. I know there's still quite a few more, isn't there, Thomas, there? I'm sure they'll come through. Let's have a look. Lot 57 in your catalogue. We've got another Ford Escort, 1981 Ford Escort 1.3 GL. And again, it's over to Fuzz and Paul on this particular lot.
Well, this is a bit of a time warp, isn't it? I've just had a look under the bonnet. It looks splendid. Looks under the boot carpets, looking great there. Presents well. We've got a little bit of a crack on the dash tops, but actually I think that's pretty easily repairable. And in fact, the best repairs I've ever seen done to one of those was done by Tim Shaw, believe it or not.
Do you reckon Tim Shaw would be able to quote to have that repaired? Because really, when you look around this car, it's the only thing I can find to fault it. So it's had paint at the front. You can see it's been painted, but painted very well.
Yeah.
Inner wings are fabulous. What I love about this car is 80s Fords are becoming incredibly expensive. But this, being a little 1.3 GL, I don't think it's going to be an enormous amount of money.
Sure.
What I also love about this car, apart from the incredibly original condition, Fuzz is going to show you the engine, is it came from Alan of Romford. Now, why I love that dealership is when I was a little kid, my granddad was a security guard at Dagenham. He lived in Romford, and as a little kid, I spent many of my summer holidays in the dealership where this car was sold from. Who knows, as a little kid, if this was in the showroom, I might have even sat in it while I asked the salesman for a brochure. So it's level, it's lovely, it's really, really nice. Where they rot inside in the inner wings on the strut tops, it hasn't. So other than that little bit of a dash repair, I can't really fault it.
Well, the fact that you've been sitting in it as a child shouldn't detract from its price at all. I don't think that's anything to worry about if you're interested in buying this car. I think it's great. Like you say, a piece of family saloon history. Beautiful car, beautifully presented, with a credible 23,100 and something miles on it. Honestly, find another one.
Yeah, it's lovely. I think it's a very usable festival of the unexceptional car, and it's a 5-door hatchback, so you know what? It's quite practical. So, Jules, let's see what she makes.
Well, here we go again. After the drama of the previous lot, let's see what kind of drama this 1981 Ford Escort 1.3 GL gives us. Just 2 owners from new. Very, very low mileage. Correct specification. The boys have told you all about it there. Original bill of sale as well. Drives very well. And while Fuzz and Paul were giving everybody the lowdown on that, I could hear the internet pinging away. I've got some commissions here, Thomas. Where are you at? At 2,000. 2.2 with me. At £2,200 bid with me at 2,200. 2,426. Still with me at 2,600. Just shout if you want to step in the room, ladies and gentlemen. At £2,600 bid with me at 2,600. On the Ford Escort. 2.8 I've got in the room, Thomas. 3,000 still with me. 3.2 if you like, sir. Still with me on commission. Thanks for your bids anyway. Still with me at £3,000 bid at 3,000. 3.2 I'm out now. You're still out in the room. It's on the World Wide Web now at 3,200. 3.4. Internet against internet bidding, ladies and gentlemen, at 3,400. 36 I've got you, sir. Fresh bidder all together. Right at the very back near the car. 3.8. 4 if you like, sir. Fill it up to 4,000 if you like. Currently at 3,800. 4,000. I'm on outright sale now. No longer provisional. At £4,000 bid. Internet against internet bidding here on the 1.3 GL Escort. Very low mileage. Very nice condition. Fresh bidder again at 4,200. You're still out at the back. You're out further forward. Gentleman in the middle of the room at £4,200. Make no mistake at all. 4,400. 4,600. Thank you, sir. You're back in the game at £4,600 against your clients, Thomas. Gentleman in the room at £4,600 on the Escort 1.3 GL Mark III at 4,600. Used to be everywhere, these cars, of course, on every single street corner. 4,800. I'll take 4,900, sir, if you want to come back in. Another small bid. Thank you. 4,900 at £4,900. Still bid in the room. 5,000. Thanks anyway for your bid. Sorry you didn't get this one. At £5,000, bid at 5,000. Just shout if anybody wants to come in for another £100 bid. Currently on the World Wide Web with Thomas at £5,000. I'll give you a chance to gather your thoughts in the sale room at £5,000. Another £100 if you like. Give me a shout or I'm selling away. Fair warning, one last time. 5,100. Back in the room at £5,100, bid at 5,100. Still you're out at home. 5,200. You said no once, sir. I know you want it. At 5,200, 50 if you like. 5,250, thank you. At £5,250, 5,300. It was worth a go. It was worth a go. Thanks very much indeed. At £5,300. At least you can say you had a proper go at it. At 5,300. Finished and done. Give me a shout anywhere else in the sale room. I'm selling away with Thomas's internet bidder at £5,300. You're out in the room. Sold away on the internet this time at £5,300. 3621 on the internet. Thanks very much indeed at home. Great car, that one. Another one that's sold. Another great car. Lot 53, the Fiat 500. Sold away. You bought that one. Was it your bid, sir, on the Fiat? Oh, no, sorry. Whoever it was, that's sold away at 5,750 on the little Fiats. Lot 58 in your catalogues is the 1990 Saab 900 injection 16-valve convertible. Nice motor, this one. Looked at this one. One owner from new. Great history file. 118,000 miles. Do not let that put you off at all. Not at all. There's 19 entries in the service booklet. This is clearly very well looked after by its one and only owner. August next year, the MOT, manual gearbox on it. What isn't there to like about this one? Interest here at 1,500, 18 bid. At £1,800, bid with me at 1,800. On the Saab, ladies and gentlemen. 900 injection, 16-valve convertible. At £1,800, bid with me at 1,800. Lots of motor car here at £1,800. At just 1,800. One owner from new, ladies and gentlemen, at £1,800. Fill it up to 2,000 if you want or anywhere else. Currently at £1,800. On my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, at 1,800. One owner from new, 900 injection convertible. Great condition. Great service history. At £1,800. You're absolutely sure I am gobsmacked at you in the room. Nobody wants her. Nobody come for it. Just £1,800 on my commission book. Surely worth another £200. Nothing on the internet, Tom. Not even a hover in your technical parlance. At £1,800. Leaving it behind then to my commission interest. 1,900 in the room. Thank you, sir. At £1,900. And it is provisional at 1,900. We will try for you, sir, at £1,900. That'll be a cracker if that one comes in at 1,900. Great car. Lot 59, ladies and gentlemen, in your catalogue is the, oh, here we go. Lots of interest in this one, I know, on the viewing. 1991 Volvo 740 GL. Time warp car, it says, and that is no overstatement whatsoever. 38,000 miles on this one. The 740 GL automatic saloon. August next year, the MOT. Drives really well in the original factory specification as well. Been in storage for 10 years. There we are. Interest here starts me away at £1,500. 1,800, 2,000, 2.5, 3 bid. I'm on sale. Thank you, Thomas. That was ping, 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 ping while I was fast asleep. At £3,000, bid at 3,000 on the World Wide Web. 3,200. Fresh bidder in the room. I've got you, sir. Thank you. At £3,200, bid at 3,200. Gentleman in the room who's viewed the car, remember, at home at 3,200. Against you all at home. Outright sale on the Volvo 740 GL automatic. Low mileage, great condition, stored for the past 10 years. You're out at home. Make no mistake at all, I'm selling away. Outright sale in the sale room at £3,200. Fair warning at home. Sold away, 672. Thank you, sir. You got one eventually. 672. Sold away at £3,200. Lot 60, ladies and gentlemen, is the, here's an absolute cracker. Lot 60. Alfa Romeo 156 2.5 V6, dating from the year 2000. She's 22 years old now. These were a sharp-looking car when they first came out. They still look really great, I think. Just 43,000 miles, comprehensive history file. If you've sat in this while you viewed it today, the interior is absolutely fantastic. April next year, the MOT, just 4 former keepers, has had some work on it just this year. 3 years ago, there was over £2,200 spent on her as well. Has those upgraded telephone dial alloy wheels as well, which make the car look great. Driven 260 miles to our sale room to be presented to you, ladies and gentlemen, today to buyer. Believed to be only one of 78 currently licensed and being used on UK roads. This is probably the best, I would suggest. There we are. Let's have a look. Lots of interest here on my commission book, and I'm in at £4,500, and I'm on outright sale straight away at £4,500, bid at 4.5. At £4,500 on the Alfa Romeo. 5 bid. Thank you, Peter. Nice to see you, Peter, at 5,000. 5,500 still on my commission book at 5,500. You're out, I'm afraid, Peter. I'm sorry about that. Still on my commission book at 5.5. Thanks for your bids anyway. At £5,500 bid. Still on my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, at 5,500. You're out in the room. Again, another car I had a really close look at. This one, absolutely cracking condition. Must be the best of those 78. I mean, I can't guarantee that. Can't think there's many better than this one. Good low mileage. Great history at £5,500. I'll take 750 if that'll help you. Currently at £5,000 bid. Sorry, 5,500 bid on my commission book. You're all out in the room. You're out at home as well. Absolutely sure. Fair warning then. Selling her away at £5,500. Finished and done. Sold away at £5,500. Let's have a look. That is 3005. Sold away. What a lovely motor car that one was. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, in catalogue is lot 61. Here we go. Another Ford Escort for you. This time it's a 1995 Mexico. Just 2 previous owners on this one. Showing round about 87,000 miles. Very, very clean. Running and driving. Good colour on her. No reserve. Nothing on my book. So it's up to you, ladies and gentlemen. Internet's pinging away again. Anybody want to start me at £1,000? 1,500 I've got on the internet. Ping, ping, ping on the internet. £1,500 bid. While we're all asleep and snoozing in the sale room. 1,750 at 1,750 bid now. With Thomas at 1,750. 2,000. Internet against internet bidding on the Ford Escort Mexico at £2,000. You're all out in the, well, you're all very quiet. 2-1, I've got you, sir. Thank you. Fresh bidder in the sale room. Thanks very much indeed. At £2,100 bid at 2-1. 2-2. It's just difficult to see your finger when it was against your jacket. 2-3 at £2,300 bid at 2,300. At 2-3 in the sale room. You're still out at home. Make no mistake at all. On the Ford Escort Mexico at £2,300. No reserve. 2-4. 2-5. Thank you, sir. At £2,500 bid at 2,500. On the Mexico, ladies and gentlemen, at 2,500. Rare machine nowadays. At £2,500. Gentlemen's bid in the room. Have to hurry you at home. 2-6. £2,600 bid at 2,600. At £2,600. Finished and done then, are you in the room? At 2,600. Shaking your head. At £2,600. On the World Wide Web then. At 2,600. Finished and done in the room. Absolutely sure. You're certain. At £2,600. I'm selling away with Thomas on the internet with you at home, ladies and gentlemen, at £2,600. We're selling then. Yours, Thomas, at 2,600. 3519. 3519 sold away. Oh, that's the way to sell them. No reserve, isn't it? Here we are, lot 54, the Mini Piccadilly. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant machine, that one. Sold away at £5,500. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 62 in your catalogue, is the wonderful Honda Accord Aerodeck 2.2 injection. And again, we're back over to Fuzz and Paul on this one.
Fuzz, I'm so excited about this lot. We've hyped this. I've put this on all my social media. A lot of my friends I know are bidding on this car. And whatever you think it looks like in the pictures, it's probably a little bit nicer in real life. The only thing I could find on this car in an entire walk round that's wrong with it, there is the smallest parking dent on the near side rear door. And that's it. That's your prep. Basically, it's 50 quid dent. Can you see it?
Oh, yeah, I can
That's
just...
That's it. So basically, you're getting one of a thing. There's either 4 or 6 left, American-built, Honda Accord. They were so rare. The Aerodeck was so rare in period. So you're never going to see one. You're going to turn up at a show. Everybody's going to think you're cool. It's a Honda. It will last forever. It's got aircon. It's got cruise. It's got roof. It's got an enormous boot. It's in the best color. I think this, whatever you pay for this car, whatever it is, even if that's a big number, it's worth it.
I think, yeah, and the other thing about it is, like you say, cavernous boot there, you can turn up to anywhere. It doesn't need to be a show. You can turn up to the supermarket in this. It's a classic that you can use for the family. It's family friendly. It's beautiful. This is over 30 years of age now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it just looks utterly amazing with 44,000 miles on the clock. Barely run in, I would say.
Yeah, and it will do 250,000 miles, this thing, if you look after it, and it will start every morning, and it will do 35 to the gallon. So if you want something exceptionally cool, different, but usable, here's your car. Jules.
Yeah, this is a cool machine, this one, for sure. I've got my BDI on this one, so you never know. We'll see what happens in the bidding. 1992 Honda Accord Aerodeck 2.2 injection, rare car in period, even rarer today. 12 entries in the service book. In the current ownership since 2010, ladies and gentlemen, 12 years. Electric sunroof, only 6 on the road. Where do you want to be? Nothing on my book, believe it or not, on this one. Start me away. Where do you want to be? 2.2 on the internet at 2,200 bid. 2.4 back in the room at 2,400 bid at 2,400. At 2,400, 2.6. 2.8, fresh bidder at the front at 2.8. 3,000, you're both out. At 3,000, 3.1, thank you, sir, at £3,100 bid at 3,100. 3.2, 3.3, I'm on outright sale at £3,300 bid at 3,300. On the Honda Accord Aerodeck 2.2 injection, what a rare machine in amazing condition at 3,300 bid in the room. We're on outright sale at 3,300, 3.4, 3.5, still going at 3,500. You will not find a better one ever in your life. 3.6, 3.7. Should be the Honda Motor Company bidding on this one, by the way, at 3,700. Back in the room. Against you on the World Wide Web, absolutely sure. Museum quality, 3.8, 3.9. Fill it up to 4,000 at home at 3,900, 4,000. I'll stay in 100, sir. Like I said, museum quality, this one, absolute corker. You never find a better one. 4.1, internet again. Thanks anyway, sir, at 4,100. Like I said, there is not a better one in existence on the planet. I am absolutely confident of that at 4,001, 4.2. If you want one, this is the one at £4,200. Internet against internet bidding at £4,200 bid now at 4.2. Coming in again if you like at home. I can't believe you're going to leave her behind for just another £100 bid. Looks like you are, though, at 4,200. Fair warning, please bid sharply at home if you want her, or you're letting her go at £4,200. Fair warning, one last time from your auctioneer, selling her away then with Thomas, with you at home at 4,200. Sold away at £4,200. 3,201. Sold away. Well done at home. You'll absolutely love that one when you pick that one up from us. It is a corker. Lot 63, the last of the 1993 Volkswagen Golf GTI Sportline cabriolets that we've got in. September next year, the MOT. Like I said, one of only 449. We're just very fortunate to have 3 of those survivors in the sale room at the same time. It's the black one this time. Looks great in black, actually. Black on black, the black roof and interior. Let's have a look. Drives and presents very well. Interest here with me again starts you at 5. £5,500 bid at £5,500. On my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, at just £5,500. On the sport line, 6 bid, 6.5. Still with me at 6,500 bid at 6.5. 7,000 fresh bidder. I've got you, sir. 7,250, 7.5 if you like. I've got 7,250 on my commission book at £7,250 bid. You're out in the room at 7,250. Coming in again if you like for 7.5. Last one we've got in the sale at 7,250. Finished and done then. Absolutely sure. Leaving it behind then at 7,250. Finished and done in the sale room. You're sure? Provisional at 7,250. That's 5,271. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, in your catalogues. Lot 64 is the 1988 Austin Metro Vanden Plas. There we are, just 14,000 miles. Single family ownership since 1988. It was ex-Rover Group, so it was a demo car, pre-registered by the dealership, but then it's been one family ownership since new. Very well serviced throughout its life and was most recently serviced just 30 miles ago, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen. Very comprehensive history file. Got the invoices right the way back to the late 1980s. Find another one with this kind of mileage. Interest here starts me away at 2,528 bid. At £2,800 bid with me at 2,800. On the Austin Metro Vanden Plas. Microscopic mileage there at 14,000. At £2,800 bid. Fill it up to 3 if you wanted anywhere else in the room. At £2,800 I currently have 3,200. Still on my commission book. It's against the lady at 3,200. 3,500 if you like. Currently at £3,200 bid at 3,200. Finished and done then are we at £3,200. Very, very low mileage. Great classic car entry for Haggerty. Festival of the Unexceptional at 3,200. I can take 3,300 from you then, if that'll help. Currently at £3,200 bid with me. Against the lady in the room at 3,200. You're absolutely sure in the room, and you're sure around the globe at £3,200. Finished and done then. At £3,200, you finished and done. That one is not sold, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen. Do have that commission. I'm too far away. Just too far away from the reserve on that one. It's got a fixed reserve. If you change your mind, have a change of heart, please have a word with the provisional bids team. They'll tell you where you need to be, but that one is not sold at this particular point in time. Next lot in your catalogue, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 65. Lot 65 is the 2003 Jaguar XK8 4.2 litre coupe. Automatic, June next year, the MOT. On the Montreal alloys, the 20-inch alloys, makes the car look really aggressive there. The plate, ladies and gentlemen, Uniform Bravo Zulu 703. The plate comes with the vehicle, with the personalised plate. There we are. Nothing on my book on this one. Start me away. Where do you want to be? Start me away at £2,500 on the XK8. Start me away at £2,500, surely where? 2.5, 3 bid. At £3,000 bid on the World Wide Web at 3,000. I will submit the bid, Thomas, for your client straight away at £3,000. We're off and running, ladies and gentlemen, at 3,000. Coming in again if you like. I'll take 200 if that'll help them, of course, at £3,000 bid at 3,000. Like to see a little bit more for her, but I will submit that £3,000 bid. 3,200, thank you. At £3,200 bid at 3,200. Internet against internet bidding now at £3,200. On those 20-inch Montreals, 3,500 is that, 3,500. £3,500 bid at 3,500. Coming in again if you like. Next bid's 3,800. Currently at £3,500. Lot of motor car. I don't need to tell you, of course, ladies and gentlemen. You know that yourself at £3,500. Hell of a lot of machinery here. On those 20-inch upgraded Montreals as well. At £3,500. Finished and done. I am submitting the bid. Look sharp at home. Fair warning one last time. At £3,500 it is provisional with Thomas. We will try for you, Tom. 3,500 is provisional. 3,702. Nearly broken my pen there. I'll have to be careful. We've only got a few lots, haven't we? I think I'll be all right. We'll see if I can struggle to the end of the sale with this. Lot 66. Very efficient of you, though, to have a spare pen straight away. Lot 66. 1994 Volvo 440 1.8 Li. 25,000. Where do we find these cars from? 25,000 miles, one former keeper from new, MOT till November this year. Short test on her. Very low mileage, though. 9 entries in the service book. Every MOT we have in the history file. Thanks very much indeed, Tom. Timing belt changed 5 years ago with the book pack. No reserve whatsoever. And again, I do apologise to the vendor, but I have to start if I get a bid when it's no reserve. I've got £300 bid with me at 300. 4-5 at £500 bid with Thomas at 500. On the World Wide Web, ladies and gentlemen, at £500 against my commission interest at £500. 600, very, very low mileage, £600. Again, an absolute cracker. You could go to the Festival of the Unexceptional, the Haggerty sponsored Festival of the Unexceptional. We're at £700, by the way, at £700. This car would be brilliant for it. Would need very little work, 25,000 miles, one former keeper. What a bit of fun for £700. Dear me. 800, thank you at home. At £800, bid at 800. Very, very little money at £800. Are you tempted, Will? It's for nothing, as they say in the trade. I'll take 50 at £800, bid at 800. On the World Wide Web. On the Volvo 440 1.8 Li, 25,000 miles, there or thereabouts, one former keeper. Great original factory specification there, 850. Thank you, Tom. Thanks very much indeed. 850. Thank you, sir. At £850, bid in the room, 900. 950. Thank you. Fill it up to £1,000 anywhere else. At 950, I currently have in the room, ladies and gentlemen, against you at home. Fair warning. Please look sharp. 1,000. I'll stay in 50, sir. 1,050. At £1,050, bid in the room, 1,100 and 50. Waking up to it now at 1,150, bid at 1,150. Still in the room at 1,150, 1,200 and 50. Thank you, sir. At 1,250 bid. Still against you at home, 1,300 and 50. Thank you. At 1,350 bid. Nearly sold her at 700, 1,400 and 50. Thank you. At £1,450 bid at 1,450. Still in the room against you at home. Make no mistake. Please look sharp. Fair warning at home. I'm selling away. In the room at 1,450. 1,500. Sorry, sir. Nearly got the hammer down for you. 1,550. Still in the room at £1,550 bid. Against you at home. Fair warning. One last time. I'm selling away. 1,600. Ooh. 50 again, sir, surely. We haven't got any increments below £50. At £1,600. Finished and done. Still on the World Wide Web. You sure you don't want to come in for another £50 note? Absolutely certain I'm selling away on the internet with Thomas against you in the room at £1,600. Finished and done, you're absolutely sure. Oops, sorry, that's better. £1,600 on the World Wide Web. 3649. Thanks very much indeed at home. Let's see what we've got left in the catalogue. Lot 67, 1975 MGB Roadster. Right-hand drive UK home market car with the hood cover and the tonneau as well. Mini light style wheels as well. Interest here starts me on commission at 2,000, 2225. At £2,500 bid at 2,500. On the MGB, ladies and gentlemen, 2,500. With the mini lights, ladies and gentlemen. Hood cover and tonneau. MG wooden steering wheel at just 2,500 bid. Coming in if you like anywhere else in the room. Currently on my commission book, remember, at 2,500. Absolutely sure, ladies and gentlemen, at just £2,500. Nobody else wants her. Nobody come for her. For the MGB Roadster, you're absolutely sure in the room. Leaving it behind then. At £2,500, you finished and done. 2,800, I'm out. At £2,800, looks very, very little money to your auctioneer here on the MGB at 2,800. Against my commission with Thomas on the World Wide Web, then against you in the room at 2,800. It's provisional. Try for you, Thomas, at £2,800, provisionally selling. 1900. Lot 68, ladies and gentlemen, is the Volkswagen LT31. Thanks very much indeed. I keep forgetting about those. LT31, I will get there. We've got a couple of lots left yet. Formerly a fire, I'm not too sure, fire support vehicle, I think we'll say, with it, rather than an actual fire engine. I think it's more likely a operational fire support vehicle in South Germany, showing 45,000 kilometers, which equates to round about 28,000 miles. Has a 2.4 litre, 6-cylinder petrol manual engine and transmission. would be a great camper conversion because there's a load of room in the back of this one. Certainly be, well, probably nobody else. You have to say there'd be nobody else on the campsite with one, but you never know. You might rock up and park next to one, but I very sincerely doubt it. This one's got the operational lights. They have been changed to amber beacons rather than the blue beacons, which are illegal, of course. Only the emergency services allow them, but we've got amber beacons. We've got the siren on her as well. Custom sound system, outdoor car cover. What's not to like here? Lots of German invoices as well. Interesting, it starts me away. Let's have a look at just £4,500. Bid with me at £4,500. On the LT31, ex-German fire support vehicle at £4,500. Bid with me at £4,500. Against you all in the room at just £4,500. Next bid's £5,000 if you want to come in. Nothing on the telephones here at £4,500. Nothing at all. Cancelled. Telephones cancelled at £4,500. Coming in if you like anywhere else, ladies and gentlemen, at just £4,500. Against you all in the room. Against all your clients as well, Thomas, at £4,500. You're out. That one is not sold either, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen. Can't submit that one. I'm too far away. So again, please have a word with our gorgeous provisional bids team. They'll let you know where you need to be. But currently at the moment, that one is not sold. Next lot in your catalogue. Well, before I do that, I better do these, hadn't I? Better do these updates for you. Lot 28, the Ferrari 308, the black one, sold away at £41,000. And lot 684, lot 63, lot 63, the black Golf, it says here, sold away at £7,500. That one's gone at £7,500. There we are. Next lot in your catalogues then is lot 69, the Ford Escort XR3i Cabriolet, showing round about 69,000 miles on the clock, MOT till November this year. Had quite a bit of restoration work a couple of years ago, including some new springs and brakes. Has the RS Turbo body kit and wheels fitted, operational hood as well with the hood cover. There we are. Interest here. I won't mess about on this one because we're getting near the death. Interest here at 4.5, 5.5, 6 bid at £6,000. Bid with me at 6,000. And I'm on outright sell straight away at £6,000. Bid at 6,000 on the XR3i Cabriolet, ladies and gentlemen. The white cab at £6,000. Against you all in the room. Against you at home as well, around the globe. Fair warning then, please look sharp if you want to come in. At £6,000, I'm selling then on commission. Sold away at £6,000. That is to, let's have a look, 3007. Sold away at 6,000. Last ride home of the day, ladies and gentlemen, lot 70. Last ride home is the 1990 Vauxhall Astra GTE convertible. Believed to be one of only 18 examples. Well, it must be one of 18. That's the DVLA records, isn't it? One of only 18 that's licensed on UK roads according to the DVLA. Subject to some recent recommissioning work. That cost £5,000 to get it back up and running and on the road. August next year, the MOT, 58,000 miles there or thereabout. Nothing on my book. Internet's been pinging away while I've been chattering away. Where are we, Tom? 5 bid. Thank you. At £5,000, bid at 5,000. At £5,000 only bid. Internet against internet bidding there while we've all been snoozing in the room at £5,000 with Thomas at £5,000. And I will submit the bid. It is provisional, provisionally selling. Make no mistake at all. Next bid's 5.2 if you want to come in, ladies and gentlemen. Currently at 5,000 on the internet then. Absolutely sure at home. You're sure in the room as well? Nobody else for it. At £5,000, I'm provisionally submitting the bid. We will try for your client there, Thomas. We are not a million miles away. You never know. That one is provisional. 3051. Well, thanks very much indeed for your kind attention and your bids throughout today's sale, ladies and gentlemen, whether you were here with us in person, live in the room, or indeed whether you joined us around the globe. Like I said, we had someone from Norway, didn't we, underbidding on the Porsche Carrera 4S. So yeah, safe journey back home, wherever you are around the globe. We hope that you can join us for our last sale of the year, which is in December, where we've got the 2 Ferraris already consigned to the sale. Please check our website. Loads of vehicles still to come on there. We look forward to seeing you in December. Thanks very much indeed.